Mature content warning. This video contains mature content which may be unsuitable for some viewers, including violence, murder, a lot of blood, mental illness, death, discriminatory language, and suicide. If you're not comfortable with any of that, please click off this video. You have been warned, and if you're up for it, I hope you are okay and healthy, and I hope you enjoy the video.
Okay. Hello everyone, welcome back to channel. Welcome back if you're new here. I usually stream on Twitch. I'm actually streaming right now, but you're watching a video on YouTube. And today we're playing the Town of Nie. Finally, we're back with Town of Nie. Last time we let off, we went on a loophole trying to get into my boy's route, and we finally get there. Honestly, don't really remember where we left off. Don't really remember what happened, but I think there was like some sexual tension on the last episode, so I'm very excited to start this one. So let's go. Opening my eyes revealed the ceiling I was all too familiar with. Oh my god, yes! We're sleeping in the main room with Mio. I sat up with a yawn and Mio was beside me. Ooh! Why? I was confused for a moment, but I quickly remembered the promise I made with Mio yesterday.
Mio, 朝だぞ。起きろ。
起きろ。Wow. Usually minutes, he says hours. Also, what was that like? Oh, squeal boy. Mio squirmed around his futon and ripped the covers away.
Mio, 今日からよろしく頼むぞ。朝飯食いに行こ
う。God damn, my boy got some free veg. Breakfast in the open area the morning after the rain stopped. With the exception of Asuku, who was sleeping in his room, I was surrounded by the usual suspect, Naruomi, Mio, and Koko, who had to finish his work in the kitchen.
俺、今日から毎日外へ出ることにした。ほら、俺をこっちの世界へ連れてきた喪服のあいつを探そうと思って。
外へって、ヒソラ君、一人で行くつもり？
いいよ、I'll be going with Mio.
いや、ミオに手伝ってもらう。
だとしても危険です、ヒソラさん。外に出るなんて。
Get off my back, Naruomi. We are still not into terms yet. Honestly, I kind of just want to get into Narumi's route as well, just to see what the fuck is wrong with him. When he's so obsessed with freaking, what's her name? Hisora. I don't know, but.
心配してくれてありがとな、ナルオミ。
ありがとな。
だけど、帰る手がかりを探す方法は他にないしな。宿にいれば確かに安全は安全だけど、状況は変わらないだろう。
I shrugged. Narumi's always worried about me. It looked like he wanted to say something, but ultimately he nodded.
そうですね、ヒソラさん。
ヒソラさん。
ああ、ココ、手伝いはちゃんとするから安心してくれ。夕食の準備を始める前には戻ってくるし、昼も食事がてら一旦帰ってくるから。
うん、いいよ。
いいよ。ここshook his head。
物事には優先順位があるからね。ヒソラ君が優先すべきは帰る方法を探すことなんだから。僕の手伝いは今日で終わりにしよう。
Interesting. So now that we've chosen to be with Mio, we're cutting all ties with all the other boys, which I don't know.
だが俺が言い出したことだから、途中で投げ出すような無責任なことはしたくない。
ダメだよ、ヒソラ君。
ダメだよ、ヒソラ君。
ここは義理を通すより自分のすべきことをしなきゃ。
Love you, Coco.
それに、正直ヒソラ君、大して役に立ってなかったよ。いてもいなくても一緒だから気にしないで。
Wow.
はは、ここ笑顔で辛辣。ま、ヒソラ、そういうわけだ。ココの言葉に甘えちゃえよ。
はい。
じゃあ悪いが、ここそうさせてもらうぞ。
どうぞどうぞ。
どうぞどうぞ。
ところでさ、ここから商店街のあたりまで 公園とか神社とかは見たんだけど、この町には他にどんなところがあるんだ？
Oh, almost as soon as I asked, the image of the guy in the morning clothes that I'm looking for crossed my mind, so I thought to ask.
葬儀場なんてあったりするのか？
あるよ。
あるよ。
はい、あるのか？
まあと言っても、お前ももう知っての通り、この世界じゃ死人は出ないからな。ミオさん、一度も行ったことがなくて、あるってことしか知らないけどね。
そういえばヒソラくんの探してる子、喪服姿だったって言ってたね。
ああ、俺あいつを2回見たけど、その2回とも喪服だったんだ。だから葬儀関係のことをしてるやつなのかなって思ったんだが。
I'm also interested in this. Is there like specific mourning clothes for like Japanese people? I don't know. Because I feel like he just wore a suit. I tilted my head as I said it.
それにしても、そもそも死ぬやつがいないのに、葬儀場は何のためにあるんだ？
さあ。
Mio gave his crooked smile, seeming to have zero interest in it.
まあとにかく街へ出る前に地理の把握をしとこうか。ヒソラくん。
Oh, we're getting a new map. Coco took a pen and paper from the drawer in the open area. Cute.
ざっくり地図にするとね。
Coco said as he drew a map. As he did, Mio took some colored pencil and began coloring the map.
ちょっとミオくん、邪魔なんだけど。
そう言わずに一緒に作ろうよ。ミオさん、こういう作業好きなんだよね。
Cuties. Lol. Oh! That's so cute. Shrine, park, field, shopping district, residential area, funeral home, shack. Oh, it's not that big. Eventually, the map was complete, and according to the map, going down from the hill in front of the inn, going north is the shopping street and the south is residential area. Heading straight north from a street in the shopping street leads to the shrine. And if you keep going, there's a road surrounded by the fields and there's a school at the end. Head towards the residential area from the hill and the front of the inn, and the road splits into two. There's just a lot of things that I don't really understand. And there's the forest at the bottom of the slope in front of the inn. There's the forest on the other side of the cliff, and there's river and springs.
まあこんな感じ。区域自体はそんなにないんだけど、商店街も意外と広いしね。何より全体的に区域の一つ一つが離れてるから、一日で全部回るのは無理だよ。
はい。
夕方になれば化け物たちが動き出すということを考えると、無理はせずに暗くなる前に宿へ戻って来られることを第一に。
ああ。
Well, this is the countryside. I thought I'll be able to find him quickly, so I'm a bit disappointed. Going by foot is the only way of transportation, and there's quite a bit of distance to cover. And I can't swim in this coldness, so foregoing the rivers and springs for now. If searching for him, look where people gather, like the shopping street and residential area. Maybe friends gather in the open space as well. And he does look like a high school student, so he could be at the school as well. Alright, I'm curious about the funeral home, but I'll start with the school. Having decided that, I gulped my breakfast down. After I finished the breakfast cleaning, I took the sketch that Mr. Komachi had drawn for me before and left the inn. Alright.
さてと、まずどこから攻めるかな。それはどっか気になってるところある？
ある？ I love his music.
学校だな。あいつ16、7くらいだったから、この時間だと学校にいる可能性が一番高くないか。
どうだろう。ここの学校は。
Mia was about to say something, but he stopped himself.
まあいいか。とりあえずはヒソラの行きたいところへ行くのが一番だしな。
So sweet. Hi. That's a strangely implied way of putting it.
学校なんか問題があるのか？
ここは問題しかない世界だ。そら。
Hisara? How he say our name? Oh, Mio-san. Oh well, what he says is true.
とにかく行けばわかるさ。
Mio chuckled. What, is there something at the school? With a hint of uneasiness, we headed for the school. Ba, ba, ba. Ooh, new background.
それにしても畑と森ばっかだな。
Going down from certain street from the shopping district, to the right, to the left, no matter where you look, it was nothing but expansive field. Thick forest surrounded the school, which looked small so far away.
なあミオ、学校の奥の森はどこへ通じてるんだ？
さあ、
Mio shrugged.
入ったことないし、ミオさん知らない。
Shiranai. Not a very reliable guide, is he?
だけどミオ、ここに4年もいるんだろ？
ヒソラはさ、例えば田舎へ遊びに行ったとして、危険生物がうじゃうじゃいるって分かってて、おまけにその先に何があるのか予測不能な森へ入るわけ？
いや。
でしょ？
Desho?
そういうこと。
Right, yeah. Unlike the other world, there's no maps, no rescue team to come running with a single phone call. Sorry for thinking he was unreliable. I apologize to Mio internally. Suddenly, I felt a chill. It's not like the wind is blowing. What is it? As my shoulders shook, I turned around to look and was startled. Is there like a monster? Oh! We met him already! There shouldn't have been anyone else walking here, but there was standing near the school gate. My feeling of chills only worsened the moment I saw him. It's really pretty. I was terrified how he could appear out of nowhere. It's creepy. Thinking that I blinked and split second he was gone.
どうかしたのか？
You didn't see him?
今門の前にあいつが立ってた。ミオも見ただろ？
いや、ミオさん何も見てないけど、本当にいたの？
Maybe it is in our head. Oh no.
はあ、いた。
He must have gone inside.
あいつやっぱり学校にいるんだよ。行こう、ミオ。
Unable to suppress my impatience, I ran off. Wow, ways with the school have palm trees and shit. So upon entering the school gate, there was a man dressed in black crouching to the side.
なあ、あんた。
I called out thinking it was him, so it was someone else wearing a school uniform. The middle student about the same age as that boy suddenly let out a scream as he stood. What could he be doing here?
驚かせて悪い。ちょっと聞きたいことが。
What? The student suddenly screamed in a loud voice.
え？
What's with this guy? I don't want to go to school. Muddy. Oh, you're already in the school, babe. I rubbed so much, so why did that stupid thermometer give me a normal reading?
おい。
The student eye started about as he screamed his head off. Kiddai. I hate my classmate laughing voices. I hate recess. I hate lunchtime. I hate classes with group work. I hate gym the most. I hate my homework teacher watching over me all alone. I hate homework. I hate studying. I hate everything. Screaming that, the student ran away. Okay. I was a bit amazed, but Mio didn't seem to be surprised at all.
あるある。
Ara! Nodding as if fascinated, Mio began to walk towards the school building.
おい、そら、何してんだ？行くぞ。
Igaza! So chill. They love the guy.
ああ。
Oh. The school building at the end of a long approach from the gate was quite large and had started intimidating presence. Okay. Ooh.
こんにちは。
Konnichiwa. While walking down the long approach, I heard a deep, old man's voice behind me. I thought a school staffer had called out at me, but when I turned around, I couldn't believe my eye. Middle-aged man in sailor suit came running towards me.
Oh,
I'm late. Not a real proper one, but something that should be sold at a discount store. A shiny skirt made out of cheap fabric. Just an old dude in a sailor suit entered the school building. I was stunned and at a loss for words, but Mio showed no signs of surprise at all. Could it be that the school is full of these types? Could this be a problem at the school that Mio stopped himself from talking about earlier? I let out a sigh, worried about the future. There's a reception window right when you enter the front entrance. The window is slightly shut and there doesn't seem to be anyone in small office-like room on the other side. There's a door in the back of the room and I imagine that leads to the teacher's room, but I can't really sense anyone's presence.
すみません
Sumimasen. Mio banged on the bell that was placed on the reception counter.
はい。
Yes, can I help you? I don't know where he came from, but an old man wearing a necktie with the word "I'm the principal" was standing there. He had a kind look in his eyes, but that principal embroidered necktie might be a weirdo too.
校長先生
Kocho sensei.
はい。
Yes, that's right. I'm the principal.
ちょっと人を探してるんだけど協力してもらっていい
Mio's lived in this world for 4 years, so he asked quite casually as if used to things.
はい。
Yes, yes, of course.
そら似顔絵
I showed the principal a sketch of the boy.
さっき校門の中へ入っていくのを見たので、ここの生徒だと思うんですが。
ええ。
Yes, he's one of our students, third year. Hanabusa Jinguji.
本当ですか？
Honto desu ka?
ええ。
Oh yes, of course. I know my students' faces, so this is quite certain. The principal was very confident. Oh, thank goodness I found him. I felt relieved.
その生徒と話がしたいんですが。
ええ。
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You may. I took a quick look around, but I didn't see anything resembling a floor plan of the school. I could get lost without a guide.
申し訳ないですが、クラスまで案内してもらってもいいですか？
ええ。
Oh yeah. Of course. The principal took something out of his pocket and handed it to us. It's an empty permit with a hanging strap. Please, by all means, please explore our wonderful school from corner to corner.
いや、新宮寺くんのいるクラスまで案内してほしいんですが。
はい。
Boys like me are just moving about. Oh yeah, of course. Classes are in session now, so he definitely been in our classroom. This isn't working. He's not getting it. I got a bad feeling about this.
校長新宮寺君は何組
Nankumi?
ええ。
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Please feel free to observe the classes. He sighed at the grinning principal.
ああこりゃ諦めた方がいいタイプだわ
That's what I thought.
仕方ないミオさんたちで探すか
As me and Mio began to walk away, the principal excitedly waved his hand. Oh yeah, bon voyage. Okay. I mean, I get that everybody here is kind of messed up, but like, come on. Ooh, this one's really good.
3年って言ってたから3年の教室を探すか
Look
ミオも
for...
この学校初めてなのか？
そうだよ
ミオは4年前にここへ来たんだよな。その時高3だろ？学校通わなかったのか？
はは何をおっしゃるヒソラさん
Gishor-san. Mio shook his head in a strangely theoretical manner, looking at me with his eyes that made
こ
fun of
の
me.
世界の学校よ行くわけないじゃん
Ikuinai-chan.
そうなのか？宿へ来た子供があっちへ戻った時に困らないよう学校があるのかと思ってた。
After all, a school is a place to study, and there's no reason for a dead person to go to school. As I said that, Mio laughed at me again.
お主もまだまだよのヒソラ
Ishura.
この世界がそんなに親切なわけないじゃんそれに向こうへ戻ったらこっちでの記憶は全部消えるのよ
I forgot about that. Now that you mention it, and also there aren't any kids at the end anyways. Which means that the people in the school, the student, teacher, staff, everyone are town residents.
帰った時のためにお勉強とか、それこそ無意味。
じゃあ町の住民は何のために学校へ来てるんだ？
ま、そのうちわかるっしょ。
Mio only shrugged without answering my questions.
それより3年の教室探そうぜ。
Should be in the third floor, no? Feels like there's a lot of people, but it's eerily quiet. We searched around the school for a while and eventually found a place card with 3rd year class 1 written on it. Beyond that was 3rd year class 2. Looks like this is where the 3rd year classrooms are.
ちょっと覗いてみるか。
Before I could stop him, Mio put his hand on the door of 3rd year class 1 and opened it. Well, it's already open, so no turning back now. I joined Mio in peeking inside the classroom. Eh? What the fuck is that doll? A female teacher stood at the podium teaching, but the classroom was empty. There wasn't a single student there. For a moment, I thought maybe they were boycotting or something. But then... Sato, could you read from the current position? Yes, your pronunciation is so good. Tanaka, put your smartphone away. Usage is prohibited during class. The young teacher seemed to be interacting with students that could not be seen, teaching class with a totally normal face. Maybe she's a new teacher and just practicing for 2 classes. Why does, like, Hisora don't freaking understand that, you know, they're residents, meaning they're died, and probably not in the sane mind. But practicing getting angry is weird. The inexplicable scene was eerie and gave me goosebumps.
ここにはいないと。
いないと。Mio quietly closed the door.
おいミオ、これどういうことだ？
いちいち説明めんどくさい。
めんどくさい。ほら! Pipe down, you in the hallway. Be quiet. We're in the middle of a class here. The female teacher opened the door angrily and shut it with a snap after yelling at us.
だってさ、次行こう次。
次よ次。Mio cracked open the door to the class next door. Nervously, I peeked inside from behind Mio. Students were sitting normally in the classroom, but for some reason all of them wearing different uniforms. It seems to be in an English class, and I studied the face of each student in the class. There was a female student sitting near the door, and she looked this way. Our eyes met. Teacher, there's an intruder! The female student yelled while raising her hand. Within the classroom, all the faces looked at us at once.
不審者じゃありません。人を探してるだけです。どうぞお構いなく。
Akenaiku. Neo spoke, holding up his M3 permit, and the teacher and student resumed class as if nothing had happened. Never mind the other class, the mood of this class was strange. It made my spine tingle.
ねえね
Neo poked the back of the girl who
え、
screamed
この
out.
クラスに新宮寺花房くんっている？
Yeah, he's in the front row by the window. Thank you. Front row by the window. There's a slightly chubby female student sitting there. I thought maybe she was mistaken, and I tilted my neck.
おーい、新宮寺花房くん。
Neo shouted in a loud voice. I have no idea what he's thinking.
はい。
Hi. Replying with a wild voice, the one who stood up was the female student sitting in the front row of the window. No, an old man wearing the clothes of a high school girl. The principal was full of confidence that the person in the sketch was Hanabusa Chinguichi, but was puzzled over how he could mistake the person for the one in the sketch. I was just stunned.
ほう。
I recognized that voice that looked at me puzzled. It was the cosplay old man who came running while saying he was late on the approach to the school building.
ごめん、人違いだったみたい。
I see. Don't worry about it. Neo chuckled lightly, and the cosplay old dude also smiled as he sat down. The teacher and the other student also seemed to be indifferent with this exchange, and class went on as usual. It seems that the principal gave us some nonsense info. But given that it seems like the principal himself said what he said with zero intention of it being nonsense.
そら、似顔絵出して。
ああ。
Mio took the sketch once again and poked the female student.
再びごめん。この子知らない？
そう。
She glanced at the portrait for a moment and shook her head.
悪いがよく見てくれないか。
I saw it, and I told you I don't know him. The boy doesn't go to school here. She spoke in a firm, assertive tone.
本当に？
ええ。
Yeah, I've been at the school forever, so I remember everyone's faces. So I know if I see the student face or not.
ずっと？
ええ。
Yeah, forever. As the female student spoke, something small peeled away from her eye. Huh? That might have been some junk, but I quickly realized what it was. She had many fine wrinkles and lines around her eyes, but her cheeks and chin. Looking closely, countless wrinkles on her neck. The student wasn't a teenage girl, it was an old woman, pretending to be a young girl through makeup. Well, if you don't believe what I say, why not try looking in the olive classroom? If you do, you'll understand what kind of school this is, so 2 birds with 1 stone. An old man in sailor clothes, old woman in heavy makeup. I was starting to wonder if all the other students were like this. Before I could confirm though, a hand withered like an old branch slammed the door shut.
ここってあんなのばかりなのか。
あんなの？
学生のコスプレした奴らばかりなのか。
Cosplay.
さあ、知らない。
Shiranai. Mia chuckled and proceeded down the hallway.
じゃ、次行ってみよう。
I started to doubt whether or not the boy in morning clothes here at all, but we've come this far, so we might as well check things out. It took some time, but we looked all in the classrooms, and ultimately the boy wasn't there. Mio and I decided to change our search location. Well, how was it? Our school is truly wonderful, is it not? The principal asked us this upon returning the entry permit. We kept the conversation moving along without waiting for our reply.
ええ。
Yes, yes, of course. Everyone here in the school, from the teachers to the students, are quite exceptional. I'm very proud. It truly is wonderful. It truly is. I shed tears every day when I think I get to be a principal of such school. The school building is well kept, and there weren't any troublesome students. But looking at the majority of students, they were cosplay older dudes, older women, and senior citizens. And a teacher teaching class by herself. There was a guy whose leg bent in a weird direction, and he was obviously broken, but despite that, he ran along the track waving a banner with the school name on it. A theater club with only old women. This is nothing like the school in the real world. It's probably a place where the town's resident who has some sort of attachment to school gather. I begin to understand what Mio meant when he said, you'll just have to see it for yourself. It was like a hangout for spirits bound on a certain location, and only gave off an eerie vibe. But this guy was unhinged that it was difficult to have conversation. Must be the perfect school for that principal. And come to think of it, no one within the school reacted to my scent. They all seemed rather fixated on something else. Maybe that's why? No need to speak the truth, perhaps?
ええ。ここは素晴らしい学校ですね。
Beaming, the principal saw us off as we put the school BNS. Well. Upon leaving the school, I felt exhaustion catch up to me. At the same time, I felt relief.
お化け屋敷を出た時ってこんな感じなのか。
はあ？何言っちゃってるの、ヒソラ。どっかで頭ぶつけた？
Utsuketa? Mio looked at me as if making fun of me, further lowering my
い
spirits.
や、こっちの学校って怖いところだなと思って。
そう？ミオさんは楽しかったけどね。お化け屋敷みたいで。
Obaki.
白塗りの剥がれかかった老女劇団とかホラー感満載で。
っておい、お前俺の言った意味ちゃんと分かってるじゃないか。
はは、まあいいじゃないか。楽しく探索できたんだし。
俺は楽しくなかったし、結局あいつもいなかった。
I let out a big sigh.
ため息つくとその分元気が減るぞ。まだ一箇所目じゃん。へこむなへこむな。
Hekona, hekona. Maybe it was because I was truly horrified by the vibe at the school, but right now, Mio's casual attitude is a relief for sort.
そうだな。
I nodded.
ミオがいてくれてよかった。一人だとあの雰囲気の教室を全部見て回れなかっただろうから。
ミオさん、 頼りになるっしょ。
あ
I smiled as I replied, and with the tension gone, I realized that I was hungry. Looking at the school clock, it was almost lunchtime.
昼飯どうする？宿へ戻るか？
何度もあの坂道を登ったり降りたりも面倒だし、商店街で何か買って食おうぜ。
うん。だけど、弁当とか売ってる店あったか？
I've seen supermarkets, street shop, but I haven't seen any bento shop.
弁当は売ってないけど、うまいコロッケがある。超でかくて、1個で腹いっぱいになるやつ。
いいな、それ。
Okay, croquet. I love croquets.
Yo!
Hey Mio, we're having a mahjong tournament tonight. You in?
こんばんはパース。また誘って。
おう
Gotcha. See you later. Oh Mio, your patient said today has zero consideration for the season as usual.
そういうリリちゃんも厚化粧。ミオさん、もっとナチュラルメイクが好み。リリちゃん可愛いからすっぴんでもオッケーよ。
Okay, yeah.
もう
You dummy. Your flattery won't get you anywhere with discounts at the shop.
あら、宿の坊やたち。もしかしてお昼？うちのお店にいらっしゃいな。最近ランチ始めたの。
今日は行く店決めてるからまた今度。
Mata ganda.
必ずよ。
As we entered the shopping district today as well, many people call out to Mio.
ミオってほんと知り合い多いな。
まあここの暮らしも長いしね。
町の住民全員知ってたりするのか？
さすがにそれはないね。
Mio
現
cackled.
に学校にいた人たちは一人も知らなかったし。
While we talked, we arrived at the croquet shop Mio
おばち
recommended.
ゃん、ジャンコロ2つ。
Oh yeah. Great timing, Mio. I just finished trying them.
ラッキー。じゃあそれテイクアウトで。
ああ
We paid the money and took the croquet. As advertised, giant croquet was huge and heavy, about the same price as a bento lunch. That kale smells wonderful. It's his first time here, yeah? Put a lot of meat into it, so be sure to come back. I thought her eye seems to be a bit fixated on me. Probably just my imagination.
そうします。どうも。
Domo. We ate the croquet while walking in the shop district. It had cheese stuffed with mashed potatoes, then the potatoes were stuffed with zumi, freshly fried. If she opened a store in Tokyo, it'd surely be a hit. It was that delicious.
うまっ。
This is so good. I let out a high-pitched voice unconsciously, and for some reason, Mio stroked my mouth. It was strangely light touch. Ah! Mio-san!
なんだ？
Nanda?
チーズがついてた。
I see. Mio said he grew up in a facility and he was the oldest one there, so he'd probably look after younger kids in this way.
サンキュー。ミオっていいお兄ちゃんしてたんだな。
I smiled in a bit into my croquet.
てか、言ってるそばからまたついてるし。もう子供かよ、ヒソラ。
Your brothers are getting along so well. A housewife-looking woman holding a shopping basket was the one who said that. But she already passed by us before I had the time to correct her that we're not brothers. Yorishina. Every day it's a fight to the death with my younger sister. Today will be the day I'm gonna slice that little piggy's neck right off. The woman who mumbled that out loud was carrying a basket with pair of knives inside of it. Oh, that boy, I've seen him before. After striking out so many times upon showing people the sketch, I was starting to think of calling it a day of the search. When I finally saw someone who said this. Yeah, no doubt. I don't know his name or anything, but you don't see good-looking boys like that every day, so it left an impression. The one who gave a big nod was a young man, an acquaintance of Mio.
どこで見たんですか？教えてください。
I was so worked up I pretty much yelled in his face. Oh yeah. Well, I don't really remember that well. My memories get jumbled up whenever I drink. But I evidently did see him somewhere, no doubt. I can say that with confidence.
どこで見たかだけでもなんとか思い出してもらえませんか？
Let's see. Well, if you give me one of your arms, I could try to remember. Eh? Give and take, just one. That's a fair price, no? His eyes, which had been normal up to now, suddenly turned dark as he reached out towards me, but Neo grabbed them while laughing.
ダメだって。
Damn it, datte. Neo shook his head while chuckling. If I rip it off, it'll grow back. What's the problem? Come on, it'll be good for you too, right, Neo? Don't be so stingy. Just one arm. Neo suddenly grabbed the man's arm, whispered something into his ears. The man suddenly turned pale and his eyes returned to normal.
ねえ。ダメだって分かってくれた？
Oh, hot, hot, hot. Oh, what did he say? What did he say? I wanna know. Oh, yeah, sorry. He just sounds so good that I.
分かってくれたらいいよ。で、知ってることもったいつけずに全部話してよ。
Oh, kiss him. I love him. I definitely have seen him before, but I don't really know anything.
ほんと。
Really, really. He stepped back away from the intimidating smile and desperately repeated, "It's true." Alright, he had a boy with him. Around middle school age, they seem pretty familiar. That's all I know. Together with a middle school age boy, that seemed really familiar. Are they friends?
その一緒にいた子はどんな子でしたか？
Oh, I don't remember anything about him, sorry. A kid together with him, but middle school age? Without knowing anything about him, he probably won't become a clue in the search. But I was happy to have finally gotten at least some information about him. We searched and searched and found nothing, which made me anxious, but now I really feel really happy as my cheeks relax.
いえ、ありがとうございます。助かりました。
As soon as I thanked him with a smile, he quickly grabbed my arm.
ああもう
Can't take it anymore. Would you like to go have a tea with me for now?
ああ、不潔！うちの子に手を出さないで！
Mia brushed his hands away before I even had time to be surprised.
さあ、ひそらちゃん、行くわよ！
I don't know what character he's trying to be, but Neo shouted in high-pitched voice, poking me by the hand, and we run through the shopping district. Wow. Time to go back home. We stopped upon exiting the shopping district. I didn't get the sense that the man followed us, but the sun was trying to head for the west.
今日はそろそろ引き上げるか。
そうだな。
We walked towards the inn on a road with a few people on it.
それにしてもひそらのたらし
Where?
は？
What?
天然たらし
なんだよそれ。
あんな無防備な顔で町の住民に近づくんじゃありません。お母さん、そんな不死だらな子に育てた覚えはありませんよ。
Which is why I have no idea what character Mio is pretending to be. He's got his hands full both being my older brother and now my mother. But beside that...
不死だらって。
まあ冗談は置いといて、マジな話、あんなに簡単に体に触られてるとそのままガブッとやられるぞ。ここの連中はどんなに普通に見えてもスイッチが入ったら理性が飛ぶのよ。もうちょっと注意した方がいいと思うよ、ミオさんは。
はい。He was smiling, but Mio's eyes were serious.
ねえ、その通りだな。
Mio may always come off as frivolous playboy, but you can count on him when you really need him. I think that raised my impression of him.
心配してくれてありがとな、ミオ。
Mio. I said with a smile, but for some reason Mio sighed and shook his head.
もうひそらたらしめ。
I don't mind you attacking me, Mio. Good you. What? It was as we were walking on the road towards the inn. I heard unpleasant sound, something like a groan.
なんだ。
Nanda. Looking around, something was moving in the shadow of a tall shrubbery a bit ahead. What could it be? I squinted and was startled. A freak, a body as thin as a dead tree with a pig's head on it, was attacking someone. The faint smell of blood attacked my nose.
ミオ、あれ
A freak.
あらら、嫌なものに遭遇しちゃった。ルート変更。
Mio took my arm and turned me
ちょ
around,
っと
going back.
遠回りになるけど、こっちの道から帰ろう。
おい、助けなくていいのか？
何のために？
何のって、人を助けるのに理由なんてないだろ。
なんあれは人じゃないぞ、ヒトラ。動いて喋ってても死んでるやつだ。死人。
そりゃ、理屈はそうかもしれないけど。
助けたって感謝されるわけじゃなし。何の得もしないどころか、下手に近づいたりしたら、お前が襲われるかもしれないんだぞ。
I know, right, Sora? You should be more careful. That certainly is true. If you got any closer, I'll probably react to my
町
scent.
の奴らが異様に襲われるのは日常茶飯事なんだから、いちいち気にするなって。向こうの世界で例えるなら、カラスがゴミを漁ってる光景みたいなもんだからな。
Mio said that so simply.
あの人、大丈夫だよな。
Even if I understand how abnormal this world is mentally, emotionally, I can't keep up. Abandoning a resident who's being eaten, having their flesh torn off, I can't shake the guilt.
襲われてたやつまあ、よっぽど運が悪くなきゃ、ちゃんと復活するっしょ。
運が悪くなきゃって、どういうことだ？町の住民は何があっても死なないんじゃないのか？
もともと死人なんだから、死ぬっていうのとは違うんだろうけど、異形に体の大部分を取り込まれて戻ってこなかったやつなら何度か見たことがある。それをなんて言うのかミオさん知らないし、興味もないけど、強いて言うなら、再生が追いつかなくて消滅するって感じ？
Mio was saying that behind him. Hey, cut it out with the legs, you idiot. Don't eat that. If you eat my legs, I won't make it back in time for dinner. Well, I guess it seems he doesn't need our help after all. The vibe in this world is just too strange, I can't keep up. I better return home before I get too used to this kind of thing. As I thought so in earnest, I suddenly realized that Mio's fingers were intertwined with my own.
俺、ミオに腕取られてる。
I had just been warned not to let people touch me so easily, and Mio was the one who gave me that warning. What should I do in this situation? Should I brush him away? While I was looking at Mio's hand, worrying about it, I heard a large sigh.
ミオさんはいいの。
いいの I see. I want to eat a sweet. Can I eat a sweet? I'm gonna eat a sweet. Me?
小町さん、隣いいですか？
Let me just grab one. Okay. I brushed my teeth already, but fuck it.
ああ、どうぞ。
どうぞ. Today being the first day of my search, I decided to enter the bath before dinner. I decided to soak for a while, so I was pretty tired. During that, Asuko, Mio, and the others finished their dinner and came and left. Thinking that everyone had finished their meal, I left the bath and went to the open area, finding Mr. Komachi having a drink by himself, so I took the dinner tray and sat beside him. I let out a sigh as I sat down.
お疲れだね。
Mr. Komachi laughed as he
タス
drank.
ク君から聞いたけど、例の似顔絵の子、街へ出て探してるんだってね。
いや、それがなかなか人探しって難しいもんなんですね。
After complaining about that, a sudden flash of inspiration.
ああ、小町さん、俺に人探しの方法を教えてくれませんか？
That's right, Mr. Komachi is a police officer. I should have asked him sooner. Thinking so, I asked him up front about it, but he replied with a troubled, wry smile.
教えられればいいんだけど、こっちは向こうの世界とは勝手が全然違うからね。警察手帳は使えないし、どこに誰が住んでるなんて情報も、スマホもネットも 防犯カメラもないしね。何もアドバイスができなくて申し訳ないが、頑張ってくれ。陰ながら応援してるよ。
Komachi, after I finished dinner, I grabbed my futon and head to my room. As I promised last night, I would be sleeping in Mio's room tonight.
もういそら入れ入れ。
Hey. Oh, there's a lot of booze and smokes. Having been invited to his room, I was stunned. Clothes strewn about, ashtray piled up high with cigarettes, butt, empty alcohol bottles, empty can, empty snack bags, and a mountain of dirty magazines. Mio's room was a filthy mess, with no place to stay. Should have stayed in our room. Pretending I never saw this room, I suddenly turned on my heel.
なあちょい待ちそら。どこ行くんだよ。ミオさん入れって言ってるのに。
どこに入るんだよ。俺が入る場所なんてないだろ。
ねえ、そんなことないぞ。
そら金ないんじゃん。Mio kicked around some of the clutter towards the wall. It was suitably a messy move as empty can and ashtray fell over in succession.
おっとっとっと。
Mio sat with the cigarette butt scattered about on the tatami mat with his toes.
ほら、空のスペースの出来上がり。
Nope, I thought in dismay. As I was truly dismayed, I felt a sense of duty fire up. Having seen this, there was no other option. I'm going to clean this room. Isora, the ever pushover. Oh, there's still cigarette butts though. Alright, all that left is put this away. I took the mountain of the dirty magazine off the floor.
ミオもこれくらいは手伝えよ。自分の部屋なんだから。
I lightly glared at Mayo, who was leaning up against the wall, smoking a cigarette.
えい。
Mio put out a cigarette and straightened himself. And at any rate, fondling explosive cheek-up tits, stacked bimbo on the move, curvaceous married woman tits bursting out. What the F?
巨乳ものばっかだな。
当然。男たるもの最後に行き着くのはやっぱたわわなおっぱいでしょ。巨乳は巨乳であるだけで正義じゃん。
ミオの性癖はどうでもいいから早くしまえよ。
With the two of us stuffing tremendous amount of dirty magazine at the closet, we finally finished cleaning.
畳がちゃんと見える。そうか。
そうか。
掃除くらいちゃんとしろよ。
ミオさん掃除なんて嫌い。
嫌いって自分の部屋だろ。
There's a lot of Mio that I don't get. He can be careless, sloppy, slacker, but he can also be dependable like a caring big brother.
じゃあここに泊まってる間はヒソラがしてよ。ミオさんヒソラの人探し手伝ってるからそのおだちんってことで。
I thought about the price of helping out us becoming friends. That's what I thought, but I didn't say much. Even if I tried to say it, it'd just come back with something dumb and lazy. Ultimately, the whole thing would be blown off.
わかった。
Wakata. I sighed and nodded.
ヒソラちゃんいい子。
Ika! Cute! Mia smiled while patting my head. Let me say first, because this is now important. But obviously, we're gonna take it in.
お、撫でやすい。頭の形いいな、ヒソラ。
Easy to pet? Does that mean Neo pets people other than me? I haven't seen that. Ooh, jelly! As Mio patted my head, I began to feel weird. What is this feeling? I feel warm and fluffy inside, like being comforted. I didn't know why I felt like this and stared at Mio. Mio quickly took his hand away and let out a big sigh.
ヒソラって女だったらもろタイプなのに。男。
Having said something so foolish with such regret, I ended up sighing as well. I mean, You could always sing both ways.
ま、もう寝るか。
ああ。
Okay. I spread out the futon I brought in my room and snuggled myself inside. Okay.
なあ、イソラ。明日はどうする？行きたい場所あるか？
そうだな。町の住民が一番集まってるのって、やっぱり商店街か？
ああ、まあ、そうとも言える。
なんだか歯切れが悪い答えだな。
だってこんな世界だぞ。町の奴らが一番たむろってるのは大抵商店街だけど、時々突然シャッター通りみたいに寂れたりするからな。
なんで？
さあ、ミオさんがそんなこと知るわけないじゃん。町の住民にしかわからない周期で引きこもりになるとか。
You laugh like that. Mia said while cackling.
まあ、それでも、町の住民とまとまって遭遇できる確率が一番高いのは、特殊空間の学校を除いたら商店街だし、とりあえず、明日も商店街へ行っとく？
商店街と住宅街で迷ってる。
なんでその二択よ。
中学生くらいの男の子を連れてて、親しそうだったって言ってただろ？あいつは高校生くらいだから、親しそうな高校生と中学生の関係性って言ったら、友達よりは兄弟かなと思ってさ。
Agreed.
で、兄弟だったら住宅街暮らしかなと。
ミオさん、それは可能性低いと思う。
Why?
なんでだよ。
はい、思い出しましょう。ここへ来るのは、あっちの世界でどうなった人間？
Coma?
意識不明になった人。
町に住んでる奴らは何？
死ぬ。
意識を取り戻すことなく死んでしまった人たち。
何らかの原因で意識不明になって、そのまま死んじゃうって特殊な条件が重ならないと町の住民にはなんないわけよ。即死の場合は正式なあの世へ行っちゃうみたいだしね。
つまり、家族だからって一緒に暮らしているとは限らないというわけか。
限らないというか、むしろこの町で家族と一緒はありえないわけよ。例えばさ、家族を巻き込んで無理心中とか、家族全員が乗った車が事故ったりとか、殺人鬼に一家で襲われたりとか、家族が同時刻に不幸に襲われることは、まあ、あり得ることかもな。だけど、そういう場合でも、その後どうなるかはそれぞれ違うっしょ。即死するやつも軽傷で助かるやつもいる。ほぼ同時刻に意識不明になったとしても、植物状態でずっと生かされ続けてるやつもいれば、すぐに意識回復して元気になったり、死んじゃったりさ。
That's true.
加えて、宿へ来た後に現世の体が死んだとしても、そのまま全員が町に行くわけじゃないしな。誰がどういう選別してるのか知らないけど、町の住民になるのは一握り。
へえ。町の住民になれなかったやつはどこへ行くんだ？
さあ、知らない。興味もない。
Wow. Mia said while laughing.
まあ、そんなわけで、住宅街に兄弟が一緒に住んでるってのは、可能性としてはほぼゼロに近いと思うよ。
住宅街の家ってどこも割とでかくて立派だったけど、みんなあそこに一人で住んでるってことか。
Probably.
そういうこと。 不良少年のまま死んだ奴らが徒党を組んで集団。
そっか。
All those weird students in the school, the beautiful girl dashing through the shopping district with a knife in her head, super Roman looking guy we found in the park. They're all alone, huh?
死者の街なんだから当たり前といえば当たり前かもしれないけど、ここは寂しい世界なんだな。
それはヒソラ目線。街の奴らに寂しいなんてセンチな感情はないぞ。
Mio's playful voice reverberated in this room. I became strangely wistful, but hearing Mio's light voice perked me up. And then I became sleepy. Mio's room was really quiet, as there were no signs of life from either side or below.
ミオ、明日からもよろしくな。
I thought Mio said something, but my consciousness melted away and his word didn't reach my ears. Ooh. Bringing a cigarette and a lighter that were near his pillow close by, Mio observed the sleeping Hisora next to him.
よろしく。
Oh. Mio spoke softly as he let out a puff of purple smoke. Oh. Oh. What? It's waiting for us. Oh my god. Oh. Wait. Oh. I thought I died. Tenth day. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna play one more day. Then we're gonna end it there. It's a pretty long day though. I can't breathe. Mia's probably stepping on us. Opening my eyes to the struggle, my field of view was filled with Mio's face. Mio, who should have been sleeping in the futon next to me, had crossed the border with his arm wrapped around my neck.
どんな寝相だよ。
Mio's supposed to be older than me, but he looks just like a child. I let out a sigh and brushed Mio's arm away.
おい、起きろよ、ミオ。朝だぞ。
Azo dazo. I said as I pushed Mio's body back into his own futon. Mio hugged me suddenly, taking a whiff of me. He pressed his nose to my neck, giving me goosebumps.
寝ぼけるな、ミオ。
I immediately waved my hand, brushing Mio away. That wasn't my intention, but I was so desperate I scored a critical hit on Mio's cheek. The loud slap sound echoed through the room, enough to even surprise me. Mio, rolling over on the futon, let out a pathetic voice. I mean, consent, right?
すごいね。こんなにくっきりはっきりした綺麗な手形。
During breakfast in the open area, Coco smiled wryly while examining Mio's face.
漫画みたいっしょ。
すまない。こんなことするつもりはなかったんだが。
ヒソラさんが謝る必要なんてないですよ。悪いのは絶対的にミオさんなんですから。
Naomi! Why is he so obsessed with us? I genuinely want to know. Like, I know like all of them like have a weird agenda, right? Obviously, Mio is not in the clear with the sure thing and like smoking purple smoke. But like, come on, Naomi, come on, get off my back. Naomi sitting next to me was upset for some
自
reason.
業自得です。証拠りもなくまたヒソラさんを襲おうとしただなんて。
なるおみよ。人聞きの悪い言い方やめてくれる？ミオさんはちょっと寝ぼけただけなの。
そんなの言い訳になりません。寝ぼけていても理性を持つものならしないことです。ミオさんってまるで本能のままに動くことしかできない。
Mio lamented at the gold glare directed at him.
ひどーい。 そら
いそら
ナルミがミオさんのこといじめる。
Come here, honey.
いじめてなんかいません。私は本当のことを言ってるだけです。
いじめじゃん。ナロミってどうしてそんなにミオさんとヒソラとで態度が違うわけ？差別反対。いじめよくない。
Mio gestured grandly with his hand as he spoke, spelling most of the content of his breakfast miso soup. Coco.
ミオさん、あなたいくつですか？
Well, I can't say for sure if Naromi is kind or not very kind to certain people, but Mio is most definitely too frivolous. I smelled rightly as I thought so. I don't know. I don't know. Oh! 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 He finally changed his clothes. The fuck is that shirt? Put your hands. What? Oh, I like the jacket. The pants belt is a bit questionable. The shirt is very questionable. After finishing breakfast, Mio changed into his own clothes, his yukata having been soaked in miso soup, and we went together at the shopping district. But as we approached, there was something weird at the shopping district's entrance. A man screaming as blood squirted out from his hands like fireworks. An old man panting with his internal organs hanging out of his cut stomach. A woman missing an eyeball. Many people were screaming, kneeling, falling over covered in blood. Among them was a face I remember talking to yesterday. Everything was bright red. So much blood. Severed head rolling. Internal organs flying around. The smell of blood piercing my nose. I was horrified. I feel dizzy. I can't suppress the feeling of disgust. Oh no, I'm having a panic attack. It's hard to breathe. I can't breathe. I can hear something. The moment I realized it was a human voice, a strong fear welled up. My head hurts. Feels like it's gonna split open. It's so painful. I feel like I might stop breathing. It's something I shouldn't hear. Don't listen, right? I couldn't stand the fear and cover my ears as quickly as I could. Oh. Put your hands up, kid.
Oi! Sora!
When I came to my senses, I realized that Mio was strongly shaking my shoulders. What happened to me just now? Blinking, I looked around and saw the splattered theater. Right, I was surprised. I must have been so surprised I lost myself for a moment there.
こっちのセリフ。いきなりフリーズするから慌てたじゃん。
おや？
The shirt is kind of nice, actually. Kind of distracted by it. Are you okay? Your face is completely pale. Maybe this is too much stimulation for a kid who just came to the inn? The old guy with his guts hanging out are seemingly worried about me, which somehow caused me to relax.
大丈夫です。
大丈夫です。
しっかりしてよね。血まみれスプラットはここじゃ日常茶飯事だって言ったっしょ。こういうのでいちいち固まってると先に進めないと思うぞ、ミオさんは。
だけど、それにしても血まみれの人の数、今日は多すぎないか。
言われてみればそうかも。
Nodding at my words, Mio asked the old guy with his guts hanging out.
昼間でも元気な突然変異の異形が商店街行進中とか？
ああ。
No, Mio, there's no freaks out. Some guy just started waving a knife around. An old guy with an eye gouged out joined the conversation. Oh yeah, it wasn't a very big knife, but as he passed by, he waved it around, slicing, dicing us up, carving us up one by one. His brilliant knife work was really impressive. Right, his decapitation with that knife and the way his head flew, exquisite. I felt myself getting chill at the residents who were praising the knife work of the person who attacked them on the street. I want to go home. I need to get out of this world before I get to used to this abnormality. If you come just a little bit earlier, you two could have gotten chopped up.
その男ってどんなやつ？
He was wearing a hoodie, with a hood over his head. I couldn't really see his face, but he was tall.
Ah,
He had on a black jacket, camouflage pants. He was a young guy who really gave off a wild vibe. Hoodie, black jacket, camouflage pants, a tall guy with a wild vibe. What? I saw a guy with this description in the inn, but it couldn't be him, right? It's the hottie! It's the hottie that I liked with a great voice.
なあミオ、さっきの
I swallowed the words I was about to say. Oh, Mio. Because I was horrified by Mio's expression. Wait? He was expressionless without a hint of frivolity that I got used to. But only the depths of his eyes were dark and muddy. It's scary. Feeling instant fear at this look in Mio's eyes I've never seen before, I gulped involuntarily.
あどうしたのヒソラ
When Mio asked, his face had its usual smile on it.
いや
No.
まあもしかしてまださっきの引きずってるわけ安全な宿を出て町へ行こうとするガッツはあるのに
Mio laughed casually. This is the Mio I know. It must have been a mistake, but that face from before,
し
yeah.
ょうがないじゃあ今日はもう帰る
いや探す
じゃどこ行く
The slasher might be roaming around the shopping district. If we ran to him, never mind Mio, that would be the end of me for sure. So I decided to change the search location for today.
そうだなとりあえず住宅街へ商店街以外で一番住民に会えそうだしな
オッケーじゃ行くか
行くかCute.
こんなに家があるのにどうして誰もいないんだ
It's been around an hour since we've been arrived at the residential area. We haven't been able to talk to anyone, as despite wandering around, we haven't found anyone. Before getting to look for the boy in the morning clothes, I was tired from just looking for residents.
まあっちの世界の住宅街とは違うからな住民たちが外でわらわらしてる時もあれば無人の時もある
先に教えてくれよそういうことは
ここのやつらが外に出てるか出てないかなんてミオさんにはわかんないんだからそういうのは教えても無意味でしょ
そりゃまあそうだけど
And if it's this world, I'm gonna go home. Four young men appear from a bend in the road up ahead. They were styled like bad guys straight out of the comic.
Yeah.
Well, there's someone who smells pretty damn good. The kid that was rumored to have shown up in the shopping district, the one who smells like rotten tangerines. It's definitely like rotting tangerine. And I'm just in the mood to eat some juicy, erotic tangerine. Yeah. What the fuck am I reading? They were all looking at me with their noses twitching. Their mouths hung open as they drooled. Next to me, Mio didn't seem to notice them at all. But these guys were definitely bad. I bet licking that meat shirt will be delicious.
なあ
I want to eat hormones. Hormones! Yeah, that meat looks pretty hard. The internal organs, or maybe the balls, the nuts? No, boy, no, no. Man licked his tongue as he said this. Creamy filling is delicious. The balls are good too. I ate the balls of a boar once when I was still alive. It was the best. The fuck?
へえそんなに食いたきゃ自分の玉でも食っとけば
Mio said as he stood in front of me. What's your deal?
通りすがりの正義の味方
The punk raised their eyebrows at the same time at Mio's answer. This guy's mental, you stupid or something? You dumbass, he's not some passing friend, he's been there the whole time. You got an idiot next to the rotting tangerine.
誰がバカだって
Ooh. With his threatening smile, Mio punched one of them in the face. The man fell over on his back and Mio stomped on his face mercilessly.
ミオさん下品な顔
Mio continued to stomp on the man's face, smiling the whole time. Oh, he's hot, he's hot. He continued to smash as if trying to cave in the man's broken nose. Get him! The other three quickly rushed Mio.
ミオ
Mio! I went to go help Mio out, but he didn't need my help at all. In an instant, Mio had laid them all out. I simply stood there in amazement as Mio punched, kicked, and beat up the men. My nuts! My nuts!
食べたいんでしょ？料理しやすいように潰しといてあげたよ。感謝してね。
感謝してね。
ついでにもうちょっとぺったんこにしといてあげる。
Oh. With a cackle, Mio stomped vigorously on the man's crotch and ground his heels in. The man was covered in blood, but Mio didn't seem to care at all.
それぺっちゃんこになっちゃえ。
God damn, Mio! Contain! Mio continued to stomp on the man's crotch, laughing the whole time.
はい、出来上がり。ちぎって炙って玉せんべいでも作れば。
Wow. Let's get out of here, come on! The men ran off, dragging with them the body of their friend who had gotten his crotch smashed.
思い知ったか、愚か者どもめ。
Roaring with laughter, Mio seemed to be enjoying himself, but... Are you okay?
平気平気。玉なんて何個潰したってしばらくしたら再生するんだからさ。
As he spoke, he took a cigarette out of his pinch pocket and lit it.
もういい加減。すらもこの世界に慣れてよね。血を見るたびにオロオロされると、ミオさん参っちゃうよ。
Letting out a puff, Mio had a lopsided smile and his voice sounded somewhat irritated.
あ、いや大丈夫かって、あいつらじゃなくてミオになんだが。
ミオさん？
ああ、いくらなんでも自分を襲おうとした奴らの心配をするほどお人よしじゃないぞ、俺。
Well, the scary one was Mio laughing as he stomped on the guy's crotch.
あ、そっか。ごめんごめん。
With the cigarette still in his mouth, Mio scratched his head awkwardly.
それがあんまり血を見るたびにキャーキャー騒ぐから、もうお前はどこのお姫様だよって思っちゃった。ミオさん、喧嘩の後だからちょっと頭に血が上っちゃってたみたい。すまなかったの、ヒソラ。
Speaking in a joking tone, Mio took a puff from his cigarette.
いや、それにしてもミオはすごく喧嘩が強いんだな。
そう？
So?
ああ。なのにどうして宿ではアスクに殴られっぱなしなんだ。いくらアスクがバットを持ってるからって体格的にはミオの方が有利だろう。
ミオさん平和主義だから宿ではあんま揉めたくないの。
平和主義？
そう、ミオさん、ラブ&ピースの人よ。
Love and peace style. Sure doesn't look like it when he's smashing that balls out. What the hell about that fighting was pacifist? That was more out of war than love and peace. But I didn't see anything more. But I do get the feeling that the best way to deal with a pissed off Asuko is to blow him off and not fight him head on. If you don't fight back, just let him hit you, the storm will pass and peace at the end will be kept. Or maybe he is one of the type who likes pain? Imagining that, I ended up smiling.
何一人でニヤニヤしてんの？気持ち悪い。
気持ち悪い。I sighed, switching gears and resumed my search for the boy in the morning clothes. However, with the slasher incident and the run-in with the street punk, today was cursed to begin with, as it ended with no result. I wonder if we chose a different choice, but we shall continue on first.
ああ、今日は結局疲れただけだったな。
After getting out of the bath, I led outside while changing to my yukata in the changing room.
ま、
Oh! Mio said as he tightened his loosened belt next to me. What did he say? Let's see. Well, that's what he gets for searching for someone. Okay.
真実は 99% の無駄の向こうで光り輝く。
なんだよ、それ。
なんだよ、それ。
昔見た刑事ドラマの決め台詞。
Conan? I left the changing room with Mio, who was laughing. I could hear a lively voice from the
そ
open
れに
area.
ミオさん的には収穫あったしね。
I was about to ask what exactly made him feel that way.
お、二人ともちょうどいい。混ざらないか？
From the open area, a very plastered-looking Mr. Komachi invited us to join him. Sitting around Mr. Komachi were Asuku, Koko, and several residents who I haven't really spoken with. It seems that after dinner party had
大家君
begun,
に取り寄せ頼んでた。いい酒が届いたんだ。
Mr. Komachi said, waving around one of the many bottles that were lined up on the table.
いや、俺はもう寝るんで。
I really was tired today, with a bunch of guys I never really talked to. Felt like I'd just try it out more. So I decided, but then I heard booing sounds.
そこん、付き合い悪い。
Coco is also plastered. Cutie.
じゃあそれの代わりにミオさんが2人分飲んじゃおう。
Mio ran to the open area with light steps. With Mio joining, the open area became even more lively.
ミオ、俺先に寝てるぞ。
Upon answering, he threw something. Something fell in front of my chest. Picking up, I saw that it was the room key.
サンキュー。
Thank you.
おやすみ。
Ayasumi. Mio waved without looking at me, already gulping his drink down. Despite having been so violent in town, Mio didn't seem tired at all.
ああいうところも、俺より年上とは思えないよね。
I climbed up the stairs with a wry smile. I spread out my futon, which I left in Mio's room. I left the light on for when Mio would return and snuggle inside my futon. With the soft touch of the futon, I felt a sigh of relief and closed my eyes. For some reason, the image of Mio from this afternoon flashed in my mind. Oh, what? Why do I keep clicking off it? It was right after the encounter with those guys in the afternoon, so I didn't realize immediately, but Mio at the time was pretty scary. Continuing to hurt a guy who was already bleeding, laughing while doing so. Mio's a thoroughly cheerful guy. He's good looking and physically strong. He's got a lot of charm to make up for his sloppiness, and is surprisingly caring, so I'm sure he's the type who's liked by many. I think it'll be easier for Mio to live in the other world. There's a lot more things to do there. Despite that, he continues to live in this town of the dead, with no entertainment for many years now. He seems to be enjoying life to the fullest, and with that cheerful face, I can't really imagine some dark reason why he wouldn't want to go back. I dozed off thinking about that. Debt? Maybe he committed a crime and is being chased by the police? Or a major heartbreak that robbed him of his will to live? Or maybe he's just insane. Oh. The sun was about to set in the western sky. The burning sunset mixed with the approaching night, covering the western sky with a unique darkening hue. The sky was eerie, with a hint of darkness. I realized I was standing in the road I used to take when I was in school. Looking around, groups of buildings stretched high into the sunset sky. Neon lights shine brightly here and there. But there were no cars on the road and no people walking on the street. I walked vaguely thinking about why no one was around. I swear I like reading lessons or something. After a while, I could see the shadow of a figure up ahead. It was a black shadow bathed in sunset. Who is it? The moment I focused my eyes. Oh! A car appeared out of nowhere and slammed into the shadowy figure. The figure flew right up in the air and came crashing down. Slamming into the pavement, it took a huge bounce before rolling in the middle of the street. Suddenly, there's a rainfall of blood. The black figure floated in the pool of red. Its arms and legs were bent in strange directions. Everything from the neck down was crushed, torn away from its torso. And the smell of blood filled the area, choking me while still staring at the entire scene in amazement. The ripped-off head rolled at my feet. The black head slowly rolled towards me. I was so afraid to even scream in fear as I lost my strength and fell on my butt. Trembled almost to the point of convulsing, the black head at my feet
ど
spoke.
うして忘れてしまったんだ
Eh? Eh? I wanted to jump away, but my body wouldn't move. Sleep paralysis? Breathing heavily, I blinked repeatedly. I found Mio's arm wrapped around my chest as he crossed over the border of his own futon. Mio said in his sleep as he groped my chest. Mio must have had a lot of drink with his Kochi and the others, as he was exposed from his futon like a fool and mumbling in his sleep. If this small station had happened yesterday, I would have kicked him away with all my might. But for now, I felt like this Mio-like behavior had saved me. The horror that had taken root from that incomprehensible nightmare had been blown away.
おいミオ
I shook Mio's shoulder so that he could return to his own futon. Mio sleepily opened his eyes.
空か。いい子いい子。
Mio, with his eyes were still half asleep, said something unintelligible, patted my head, then quickly closed his eyes again. It is like he's going back on his own futon.
もういいか
Maika. Having seen such a creepy nightmare, I was feeling uncharacteristically nervous, so I snuggled up with Mio and went to sleep. Oh. Okay, I just want to see what happened in the morning and then we can end it today. Someone was strongly shaking my shoulder as I woke up sleepily. Oh,
ヒソラってばよ。
Mio.
そうだよ、ミオさんだよ。いい加減手離してくんない？ミオさん、起きられないんだけど。
As he said that, I finally realized I had been cuddling with Mio pretty tightly at that. Last night, after feeling despondent after a nightmare, I had cuddled up with Mio and fell asleep. And done so pretty tightly, I did. As soon as I realized, I became so embarrassed, I thought my whole day might go up in flame.
悪いんだけど、ミオさん、こういう趣味はないんだよね。
悪い
He's the one who stroked someone else's chest first, yet he can get as good as he gives. I was just so embarrassed that I rolled out of the futon. Snuggling up to the nightmare, I'm like a child. It's embarrassing and awkward. I got dressed in super hurry and quickly left Mio's room by myself. Okay, we'll play another day. Fine, you twist my arm. We're gonna play another day. Going down the second floor, I sensed that someone was sitting on the sofa in the lounge area. It's him, my boy. Oh, you'll be a great addition to the Saja boy. Upon looking, I saw that it was the man I talked to once, rather intimidating hoodie guy.
おはよ
He doesn't seem like a good guy, or maybe I caught him at a bad time. Just passing by without saying anything. Yes, I thought I could greet him at least. Upon knowing so, the hoodie guy stood up and came this way. Oh, the music! His eyes were firm. It didn't seem like he was coming to say good morning. I flinched and gasped. He's wearing the same clothes as the slasher from yesterday. I thought it couldn't be the same guy, but this guy, his eyes aren't normal. Is he the street slasher after all? So this is really bad, really, really bad. I was just about to call for Mio.
お前さ最近やけにミオくんと仲がいいみたいだけどどういう関係だよ
Why, you like Mio or something? Him standing in front of me was quite intimidating and gave me the chills.
よくしてもらってるは
Huh?
だから仲良くしてもらってる 俺はこっちへ来たばかりだからいろいろ教わって。
へえ、じゃあミオくんに迷惑かけてる害虫か。
What, are you a fan of me or something? A pest? What's this guy saying?
ミオくんは優しいからな。
The hoodie guy who seems to be a friend of Mio let out a big sigh.
お前さ、バカ面してミオくんに金魚の糞みたいにくっついてるけど分かってる？ミオくんは神だよ、神。
Gummy!
は？
Kami? Like what? An actual deity? What, Mio? I was stunned with no idea what was going on.
ああ、なんて愚鈍なやつだ。ミオくんの神っぷりがわからないなんて。
Here I thought you were a hottie.
しかったな、聞かせてやろう。まずミオくんは素晴らしく優しい。こんなつまらない俺にも笑いかけてくれた。
Oh god, this guy, he's a stalker fan.
その笑顔はまるでマドンナ。
Madonna?
可憐でそれでいて美しい。
Itsukushi.
声だって誰よりも心地いいベルベット。それに誰もかなわないあの強さときたら。
The hoodie guy bent his body as he yelled.
美しい、優しい、強い、まさにパーフェクトな神だ。
Perfecto Kamida! Love that. His breathing labored as he talked to me. The hoodie guy's eyes were unfocused. This guy really is bad news. Call Mio, yeah. Mio, I have to call Mio. Thinking that just before I opened my mouth.
目的忘れてた。
Hoodie guy said, expressionless as his hand moved in a weird way. Intuitively, I had a bad feeling about that. Immediately after jumping to the side, I was shocked. The hoodie guy had stabbed a knife in the position I used to be standing in. Hoodie guy clicked his tongue in his shrivel and went down the stairs. There's no doubt this guy is definitely the street slasher. A terrible chill crept up from under my feet as I sat down exhausted.
そら何したんだ？
Above my head, I saw Miyu who'd come down from the third floor looking puzzled.
とととと
To?
トトカルチョ？
違う、通り魔、昨日の。いたんだよ、今そこにナイフ持ったパーカー男。
As soon as I said that, Mio's face strained from its revealous color.
そいつ。
Asking that Mio's eyes were dark and cloudy. Oh, they must be related somehow, some way. It's the same. Yesterday, I thought I might have made a mistake since I was so scared, but it's those eyes.
階段を降りていった。
あいつ。
The sound of Mio's tongue's click resounded.
右足だけはいつも早い。
ついさっきだから、多分宿の中にいるぞ。
I said then gasped. Yep, here in the inn, there's the knife-wielding street slasher.
みんなに知らせないと。
そんな必要はないって。
Mio spoke while cocking his head from side to side, his face returning to his usual self.
なんでだよ。あいつやばい。ナイフ持ってるぞ。
アスクは金属バット持ってるじゃん。
That's true. Mio chuckled.
他にもノコギリとかロープの愛好家とか。ここだって部屋に料理用の包丁やらナイフやらごっそり溜め込んでるんだし、別に特別なことじゃないっしょ。
Well, when he says it like that, Asuko swinging that metal bat around, cracking open Mio's head, that's more or less like a bloodthirsty killer. He's also been targeted by Asuko, so the danger is somewhat similar, I guess?
あいつはもうとっくに宿の外だ。
That hoodie guy and Mio seem to be on pretty good terms. Is that why Mio said so in an assertive
そも
tone?
そもアスクと違ってここの住人はもう襲わないしな。
Anymore? What the hell is anymore? More important than that.
なわけない。俺今刺されそうになったぞ。
まあ、ヒソラはね、新顔だし、いい匂いするし、ついみたいな。
Mio tilted his head a bit and spoke lightly.
はあ？ついで刺されてたまるかよ。俺死ぬとこだったんだぞ。
Yep.
まあまあ、もう大丈夫だから。 それちゃん、いい子いい子。
Ika, Ika. Mio patted my head while smiling. Really strange, but when Mio casually and pats me on the head, it really does calm me down.
落ち着いたか？
まあ。
じゃ、とりあえず飯食おう。話はそれからだ。
I don't know. Mio went down the stairs with light steps.
腹が減っては戦はできぬってね。
Dene.
で、あのパーカー男はミオとはどういう関係なんだ？
I asked Mio as we left the inn after breakfast going down the hill.
施設で一緒に育った親友だった。
Oh, that's such a weird way to call your best friend.
え？
I was shocked at an answer that I couldn't possibly have imagined.
名前は整えだ。
Totonoeda.
整え？あ、確か宿に長く住んでる住人の一人だよな。
そう。ミオさんが宿へ来てしばらく経った頃、奇遇なことに、あいつも宿の住人になったんだ。俺の隣があいつの部屋なんだけど、今はほとんど町で暮らしてる。
町で？宿の住人が町で暮らせるのか？
町の正式な住民になるには死ななきゃなんないけど、寝泊まりする分には問題ないね。それが1日でも1年でも。ホームレスのおっちゃんとかが宿へ来た場合、ちゃんとした屋根の下での生活が落ち着かないって、町でまたホームレス暮らしを始めることも珍しくないぞ。
I guess they were like in a gang or something, right?
実際、ミオさんの真下の部屋の住民がそれ。
I thought that it was really quiet next to and below Mio's room, so that explains it.
ミオさん、あいつのことずーっと探してるんだけど、町のどこでどうやって暮らしてるのかわかんないから会えなくてね。
会えない？
さあ、情報をつかんで会いに行っても、ミオさんが近づくとスーッといなくなるのよ。
どうして？だってあいつミオのことすっごく慕ってた感じだったぞ。神とか呼んで。
でも、ミオさん、整えと会えないんだよな。こんなに会いたいの。
Probably. Is Totonoe the reason he's here? Maybe. Do you think so? He accidentally attacked Mio or purposely attacked Mio and then Mio went into coma. He can't deal with it, so he also went unconscious by trying to kill himself, maybe? I don't know. Now that you mention it, he did suddenly disappear right before Mio came down the stairs. He adores Mio as a god and Mio even thinks of him as a best friend. But he did say he was a best friend. Was being past tense. What happened between them? What's the relationship between Mio and that guy?
なあ、ミオはあいつに会いたいのか？
まあ、会いたいね。
Mio reaffirmed without hesitation. But there was a shadow within Mio's smile. It wasn't just my imagination, it was a gloomy smile. I was curious, but I couldn't ask him why. They both think so highly of each other. Despite that, they can't meet, so there must be a reason for that. Given that this is the world, it may be something that can be explained away easily. Thinking about that, I couldn't ask out of curiosity. So instead, I said something, the intention of cheering Mio up, as he'd been helping out quite a lot.
そっか。じゃあさ、喪服のあいつもだけど、整えも見つけようぜ。
I added as energetic pose to emphasize my point. Mia's face upon looking at me making my triumphoses seemed to go completely blank. Thought that Mia was staring at me for quite some time, then suddenly he burst out. While laughing, Mio started to pat my head.
え？
もう、ミオさん、たまんないわ。
Mio spoke with tears in his eyes while continuing to pat my head.
たまらん、もう、たまらん。
Mio seemed to be really amused. I couldn't help but to wonder what's so funny. As I wondered that, it happened just as we came down from the hill. There was a voice from deep in the woods by the side of the road.
なあ、今なんか聞こえたよな。
ああ、
猫？
Neko? Doesn't sound like one. Kinda sounds like a cat's
そ
purr.
れはない。この世界に猫はいないしな。
Yeah, and you definitely never hold a cat, because cat don't purr like that.
そうなのか。
よーく考えてみましょう。こっちで犬、猫、カラス、スズメなんかの類を一度でも見たか？
いや。
Come to think of it, I haven't seen any animals that it would be perfectly natural to see anywhere in the other world. I was startled as soon as I realized.
じゃあ、俺たちが毎日食ってる肉や魚って。
I've been eating Coco's meal without ever doubting anything. Nothing seemed off in the kitchen, and Coco's cooking is delicious. What does that mean? What I've been eating? No, right? Awful thought passed through my mind, and Mio laughed as he saw me shiver in horror.
それは普通の豚とか牛。謎の生き物は食い物じゃないから。ミオさんもよく知らないけど、謎の生き物はこの世界に住んでる奴らの思念が生み出したもんみたいだし。
へえ。
I was almost relieved, but tilted my head.
じゃあさ、俺たちの食料の肉ってどっから出てきてるんだ？
さあ、
You shrug as if
多分
uninterested.
大家が用意してるんじゃないの？この世界に存在するものは基本大家が管理してるし。
いい加減だな。自分が毎日食ってるものだぞ。気にならないのか？
気にしても仕方ないっしょ。出所が不明だからって食わないわけにはいかないのよ。他に食い物ないんだから。
That's true. Sometimes you just don't need to know.
とにかくそんなわけだからここに猫はいません。いないの。わかった？
Vakatta?
だけど、あの声は猫だったぞ。なーって泣いてたし。
猫っぽい謎の生き物じゃないの？異形かもしんないし、聞こえなかったふりをするのがキッチ。
Perhaps just I started to think that. I heard the crying voice again. It was a minute voice that sounded desperate. I ran as fast as I could towards the forest.
おい、ヒソラ！やめろ、バカ！
Sure, it might be stupid, but I could just ignore such a helpless voice. Going to the forest, I looked around. In the middle of the river, about the size of a child's face, there was a fluffy chocolate-colored fur ball bouncing and whimpering. The fur ball would roll to the edge of the riverbank and then retreat, rolling and bouncing around. It's slowly trying to get back to the shore, but it can't quite get there. That's why it's crying like that. As soon as I realized why it was crying out, my body moved before my mind could catch up. I went to the river to help the fur ball. The river was bitingly cold, but it wasn't that deep. I splashed my way through the way, heading for the middle of the river.
おい！バカなの、ヒソラ！やめろ！
I could hear Mio's voice behind me. Maybe I am stupid, but I couldn't just ignore a small living creature crying out like that. I trudged through the cold water, finally arriving in the middle of the river. I reached out towards the chocolate fur ball as it bounced around.
ほら、来いよ。岸まで連れてってやるから。
The chocolate fur ball stopped moving and looked at me with pitch black brown eyes. The way it was twitching its nose, I thought it was a cute kind of like a rabbit. The chocolate colored fur ball opened its mouth and jumped towards me just as I thought. It bit me. Its mouth was small but didn't hurt that much. Still, I was surprised. The spur of the moment, my body tilted backward and I fell into the river, together with the fur ball that was still biting me. I reflexively withdrew and my foot stepped into deeper water. My feet didn't touch the river bottom as my body was swallowed by the water. I guess for air, feeling more pain than cold. The chocolate flower ball let out a pained scream as it floated away. I have to help it. That was all I could think about. Almost freezing, I struggled and swam, catching its wet fur with my cold hands. But that was all I could do. I couldn't feel the hands that should have been holding the fur ball. My feet too, which should have been kicking water. My senses were going numb in this cold winter river. I could feel my stamina rapidly slipping away as well, as it were freezing over. I can't move my body. I'm at my limit. Apologizing, I let go of the fur ball. My body began to sink. Water started to fill my lungs. I can't breathe. It's stifling. But I had sudden thought. Now finally, even though it came to inside my head, I didn't understand the meaning of these words. Even still, somehow I felt relief, thinking that I closed my eyes. Mio! 살려주세요! As I coughed up water, a big hairy black mass grabbed me and rolled me across the surface of the water like a balloon heading to the shore. Did something just happen? I could hear Mio's name calling me from afar. Just as I thought that, I reached the shore and was lowered to the ground. As I led helplessly on the hard ground, I looked up above and once again thought it was huge. The guy with the chocolate-colored fur ball sitting on top of his head looked like he was 3 meters tall. He was like a small mountain. Just what is this guy? The mysterious creature that Mio mentioned? The small fur ball did bit me, so I wonder if it's dangerous as well. Maybe I should run away, but I can't move my body. Instead, a black furry arm reached towards me. A sharp claw glinted eerily in my vision. Well, at least the fur ball was safe, so okay, I can die here. Why is that? Even with death knocking at my doorstep, I didn't really fear it, I thought vaguely. The chocolate fur ball bounced on top of the black furry head. The large fur ball and small fur ball seems to be having a conversation with each other, speaking and nodding their head. And 2 of them walked deeper into the forest. Neo came running up with a changed facial expression. He was out of breath, having run as fast as he could. Neo fell down on his butt on the spot.
あんな理性的な偉業初めて見た。ほんとラッキーな命拾いだったな。
I jumped up and startled by Mio's words.
あれ異形だったのか。謎の生き物じゃなくて。
It was small, but it attacked you, yeah?
小さいのがそれに襲いかかっただろ。だから違う。謎の生き物もキモカーからグロまでいろいろだけど、あいつらは霞食って生きてるからな。
他の生き物に襲いかかったりはしないのか。
そういうこと。
Already Mio stood up, and as I thought, he breathed out a sigh of relief. He hit me over the head with a closed fist rather hard. For a moment, I saw sparks in front of my eyes.
何するんだ。俺今死にかけたのに。
だからだ。バカ人だ。
There wasn't a trace of his usual playfulness. He was deadly serious and angry, almost like a different person as he hit me again. My head ached from his merciless smack.
だからってなんだよ。
Why does he have to be so angry? I did a good thing now. I didn't understand what was going on, so I glared at Mio with tears in my eyes.
それは本当にバカなのか？考えなしで正体のわからないものを助けに行くとかさ。今はたまたま運が良かっただけで、本当なら死んでたぞ。無茶も大概にしろ。
Baby. I don't know why, but this touched me so much.
ミオだって人のこと言えないだろ。一人で複数相手に無茶な喧嘩するんだから。
ミオさんはいいの。死なないから。だけどお前は死ぬんだぞ。
I was flabbergasted when he said that, even though I said myself that I almost died and realized what that meant. I must have been subconsciously gotten used to this world, where you can have your head bashed in, throat cut, gut stripped out, but won't die. As soon as I realized this, I was horrified, and then I felt impossibly cold. Because I went into the river in the middle of winter. Well, should go without saying that it was cold, really cold. I felt something drip over my shuddering shoulders. Aww. When looking, I saw that Mio had put his jacket over me.
何もないよりはマシだろ。あんまり暖かくはないだろうけど。
Mio turned his head and began to walk away. In this world, no matter how chilly you get, no one catches the cold. That's why this jacket, made of a flimsy material, is worn over the yukata at the inn after taking a bath. It offers zero protection from the cold. I knew that, but for some reason I felt...
ありがとな、ミオ。俺のことを心配してくれて。
まあ、一応友達だし。
Fuck! I'm so sorry, just ruined that moment there. Aww. We didn't get a cutscene? I caught up to Mio and walked alongside him.
そらさ、自分がこの世界で唯一の生身だって自覚ある？
ある。
Until very recently, I'd forgotten that though.
だったら、勇敢と無鉄砲は違うってことくらいわかるよ。子供じゃないんだから。他人を助けて死んだって、この世界じゃ誰も褒めてくれないぞ。人のことよりまず自分の命を第一に考えろ。人。まあ、さっきの異形だったけど、とにかく人助けをして死ぬのはここじゃただのノータリンの行動だからな。分かったら無鉄砲な無茶はもうしないこと。いいな。
Capiche? いいよ。わかった。Having promised me, you'll let out outside.
まあ、そんな約束したところで、また同じ状況になったら同じことを繰り返すのがヒソラだろうけど。
Mio said that with a sigh, as he was definitely dismayed with me. I felt that his voice sounded very kind. Mio's a good guy who generally got angry thinking about my sake, and he's dependable. If I had an older brother, would he be like this? Oh, my heart. Oh! After getting out of the bath and going into the changing room, my wet clothes were already dry. In times like this, dirty items cleaning themselves is pretty convenient. But truly, the laundry that Coco hangs out under the sun does feel much better. Thinking that while I put on my clothes. I sneezed loudly. I thought I warmed myself up in the bath, but the chills won't go away. Sniffling, I went to the open area and Coco made me a warm cup of cocoa.
ヒソラ君。
Thank you.
The warmth of the cocoa together with Coco's kindness warmed me to my bones. The lunch rush had passed in the open area, and now Mio and Naromi were drinking coffee. I drank the cocoa all at once and confirmed with the time. It's almost 1 o'clock. I could eat, then go into town and have plenty of time to come back. I sniffled the snot that was about to drip out and called out to Mio.
なあ、ミオ。飯急いで食うから、もう一度町へ行くのを付き合ってくれないか。
ヒソラさん、それはやめるべきです。
え？
さっきから鼻をすすってますよ。川へ落ちたせいで風邪をひきかけているんじゃないですか。
平気だ、これくらい。
As soon as I declared that, Mio bopped me on the nose.
もうやっぱりだわこの子ったら。無茶はしないって約束したのに、もう忘れちゃったの
Mio's theoretical voice echoed in the open area.
いや、そういうわけじゃないんだが。
じゃあ何？無鉄砲な無茶じゃなきゃどういう理由で街へ出るわけ？
He had a smile on his face, but I was overwhelmed by Mio, whose eyes were not smiling and was at a loss for words.
はっし
空は今日はおとなしく寝てること。
Yosemi forcefully dragged me into the open area to his room, made me change into the yukata, thrust me into the futon, and changed out of his yukata, stained with my snot, into his own clothes.
ミオさんはちょっと出かけてくるけど、帰ってくるまで絶対にこの部屋から出ないように。
はい。
わかった。
With no other choice, I nodded quietly.
ミオはどこへ行くんだ
The moment I asked, the depth of Mio's eyes become cloudy, I felt.
ちょっとね。
It's not my imagination. Mio answered with a smile, but his eyes were still murky. Those eyes, they were the same as when we talked about Totonoe. That's why I realized suddenly.
整えを探しに行くんだろ
違うって。ただの野暮用だし。
Mio gave me a lame smile, so I knew my intuition must be right. His smile was way too deliberate. This is hard. What do I choose? I mean, in an otome, the answer is always be super nosy, right? I said that without thinking about it. I realized that we all have the same things we don't want other people getting involved in, but Totonoe worships Mio, and Mio is searching for Totonoe. Yet they can't see each other, so there must be some reason why. Even still, I wanted Mio to talk to me.
はあ？何もごまかしてないって。
Mio smiled casually, and I pushed back.
俺を信用してくれよ、ミオ。俺はミオと整えにどんな事情があるのかは知らないし、知ったところで宿のみんなに世話になってるだけの俺の立場じゃできることなんてないかもしれない。でも、だけど、もしかしたら俺にも力になれることがあるかもしれないだろ。今までお前に世話になった分、俺もお前が困ってるなら力になりたいんだ。だって俺たち友達だろ。
I looked directly at Mio as I spoke. I might be powerless, but as a friend is in trouble, I wanted to do something. I thought I told him how I felt at least.
そら、いい子いい子。いい子だから、ちゃんと寝てるんだよ。
While smiling, Mio patted me on the head and left the room. The room fell silent. Even with a runny nose, I don't feel all that bad. But I was tired, so I fell asleep as soon as I closed my eyes. Oh, I don't want to leave it there. I hate this game. It just knows how to, like, pull you in. It was almost sunset by the time I woke up. I stretched out and got out of the futon. My nose felt cleared up and my vitality had returned. Mio hadn't come back yet. Still a bit early for dinner, and with some time to kill, I thought I'd help Coco out, but then I suddenly realized.
ミオが帰ってくるまで部屋は出るなって言われてたっけ？でも広間へ行くくらいは大丈夫か？
I thought about it for a bit, but feeling that it's best to keep my promises, I decided not to leave Mio's room. Good choice, good choice. However, I left my phone in my room. It's probably past due to be charged.
せめて本でもあれば。
You have a lot. One saying, I remember, right, there's magazines in the closet. I opened the closet and fished around in there. I don't particularly like cheap provocation, so I took one at random. I laid out on the futon, thumbing through the pages, found myself getting turned on while browsing. Oh my god, are we gonna check off the Mio gonna enter? No, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready. Hold me, guys, hold me. I closed the curtain and sat cross-legged on the futon. I opened the magazine to the page of the girl closest to my liking and laid it on the pillow. Wondering if it's okay to spread out so brazenly like this in someone else's room. No! Someone stop yourself! I almost put on the brakes, but the smiling face of the girl in the magazine slammed down on the accelerator. Oh my god. You haven't even come in, but my secondhand embarrassment couldn't handle this. It was a little cold just in my yukata, but as I flipped through the pages, my body and soul both began to elevate. What the fuck? Such a weird way to explain it, but okay. That felt good, but something was a bit lacking, and I became absorbed in the chest. Chase! Oh my god. I can't read it anymore. Shallow breathing echoes in the silence. The sensation of emptying my head feels really good. Which head? But something still's lacking. Seeing to focus more, I gaze at the magazine on the pillow. But these honkers are far too big for my taste, and I can't get what I want. Because you're into dudes, my babe. I close my eyes and imagine my ideal. Small enough to fit in the palm of my hand. A beautiful shape, silky smooth, white skin. Head begins to concentrate inside my body and the back of my head. My breathing becomes more tepid and I lick my dry lips. As I was imagining that. Oh my god, I knew it! I knew this was coming. God damn it. God damn it. Hearing that voice suddenly, I opened my eyes and saw Neo's face. Oh my. The second hand in embarrassment. Yeah, same. Surprised, I rolled over on my butt. Then I hurriedly closed the front of my yukata.
なんでいるんだ。
はあ、ここミオさんの部屋だし。
そんなこと分かってる。なんで音もなく湧いて出るんだよ。幽霊かよ。
幽霊かよ。
ミオさん、普通にドア開けて入ってきたし、ヒトラが女の子に夢中で気づかなかっただけだろ。
He pointed at the open magazine page. I guess now that he mentioned it, yeah.
だいたいさ、こういうのは自分の部屋で見てくんない？それともヒソラは見られたい願望でもあるのかな？
あるかな？
そんなわけあるか。この部屋から絶対出るなって言ったのミオだろ。
I said and became defiant. If this were like a girl I liked, I would be shaken, but it is Mew. Having been worked up this much, I couldn't just let it go.
悪いがしばらく出といてくれないか。
I became even more defiant as I made my request, and Mew raised a single eyebrow.
やだよ。なんでミオさんがミオさんの部屋から出ていかなきゃならないわけ？
They are gonna
だ
watch.
から悪いがって断っただろ。わかるだろ。ちょっとでいいから出てくれよ。
いや、ここミオさんの部屋だもん。
After saying that in childish tone, Mio looked at me like a child who just thought of a prank.
まあ、そんなに言うならいいよ。仕方ないしな。
This is like the start of every BL comic, bitch.
え？
だからミオさんは気にせず続きをどうぞって言ったの。
あ、ならあっち向いといてくれよ。
いやミオさんが見ててやるから続きをどうぞ。
どうぞ. Mio sat down cross-legged in front of me, resting his cheeks in his head as he smiled.
ほら。
マジで見る気かよ。
Thinking that thing have gone weird, I sighed and looked at the girl in the magazine. If you want to call this desperation, that's exactly what this is. Besides, Mio isn't the one I should be focusing on right now. In order to get back to the heat that had cooled off, I once again thought about the continuation. As I felt a rising wave of pleasure shaking my back, I could feel a piercing gaze on my skin. Looking up, my gaze met Mio's.
そんなにジロジロ見るなよ。
見るなよ. This isn't embarrassing after all. Having been stared at, I suddenly felt a surge of shame. My Ross feelings quickly subsided.
ミオがジロジロ見るからだぞ。
I didn't mean to, but I said in a conciliatory tone and I fell limp into the tatami
じ
floor.
ゃあ、ミオさんが責任取ってあげる。
Oh my god, I'm not ready for this. Y'all, it's like 1 a.m. I'm not ready to fucking handle this in 1 a.m. It's his stroke me who approached me.
おい
Oh?
暴れるのって気持ちよくしてやるからね。
Y'all, everything's like moving forward in this episode. Oh my god. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. Excellent argument. Approved.
He got us like fully into his control though. I thought he turned my body to the side as he slipped his hand under my collar.
やめろってバカ離れろ。
いいじゃん。イチャイチャしようよ。
Mio, I guess you do swing that way. Mio laughed as if he were enjoying himself as he buried his face in my neck and softly stroked my chest and arms. I felt a shiver run down my spine at the raw sensation.
くすぐったい。やめろってもう。
Mwah.
ヒソラはあったかいね。冷え切ったミオさんをあっためて。
Mio was clinging onto me from behind. I desperately tried to peel away from him, but I was in a difficult position to move.
このバカ力。
Oh, that's right. He's like foolishly strong. As I shook my head to shake off Mio, who was rubbing his head against my cheek, there was a knock on the door.
ヒソラさん、起きてますか？
Oh, fuck you, Naromi. How dare you cockblock me? Don't cockblock me. Fucking Naromi is gonna fucking be the death of me. It was Naromi's voice.
ココさんが夕食どうしますかって。おかゆ的なものが良ければ作ってくださるそうですよ。
Naromi continued to knock as he was wondering why there was no
ミオ
answer.
さん、いるでしょ？さっき帰ってきたのを見ましたよ。ミオさん。
If he came in, if he saw this, that would be terrible. I struggled to get away, but for some reason, Mio wrapped his arms around me even more tightly. Oh, this bitch loved the thrill.
ミオ。
Mio.
いいじゃん。ミオさんたちのイチャイチャ、ナローミに見てもらおうよ。ヒソラ、見られるの好きでしょ？
だから違うって。
Speaking of hushed voice, I desperately twisted my body in an attempt to get Mio off me again, but he wouldn't budge. I was briefly happy about that as Mio started to grope my body, and I almost involuntarily let a sound, covering it my hand over my mouth. Oh.
そうそう。静かにしてないと、ヒソラのいい声、ナローミに聞かれちゃうよ。
Oh god, this is too much for me. I love it. Even Mio's giggling breath caused my body to shake in fear. Stop it, you idiot! Don't touch me!
もう帰ってきたと思ったのに見間違い。
Naromi mumbled to himself as I heard him move away from the door. Thank goodness, I avoided him seeing us and let out a deep sigh.
ちえ、残念。ヒソラがビクビク怯えてんの面白いから、もうちょっと粘ってほしかったな。
あのな、俺で遊ぶなよ。
遊ぶなよ. I glared at him while scrambling to close the front of my exposed yukata. At that, Mio raised one of his eyebrows and gave a self-serving smile.
じゃあ、続きしよっかね。
He said while grabbing the edge of my yukata and drastically pulling them apart.
ご会長。
やめろって。
やめろって。
ちゃんとすっきりさせてあげるから、ミオさんに任せなさい。
任せなさい。My face deepened at Mio, who, while laughing and enjoying himself, continued to hold me down. Just how far does he tend to think this? He wouldn't really. Mio's tongue looked up. Oh my god, are we... I thought that it would end there. I thought it would end there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Mio's tongue licked up my ear. Hmm? My body froze involuntarily from the sensation and Mio burst out in laughter.
そら、色気なさすぎ。もっと可愛い声出してよ。
何言って。
Despite his playful attitude, his voice had a certain degree of lust to it. Ooh. And I gasped slightly. Are we really doing this? Oh no. Okay. Mio sat up with a satisfied breath. Brushing hair away from his face, he took a cigarette from his jeans pocket and put it in his mouth.
どう言った通りだったでしょ
Or we did. It's just censored, I guess. Mio lit the cigarette and smiled.
何がだよ。
Feeling a weird sense of exhaustion, I looked at Mio and frowned.
いたずらにしてはやりすぎだ。タチが悪いぞ。
ありゃりゃ。ヒソラってば、ご立腹そっか。ごめんね。もっとちゃんと最後まで責任取ってあげないとだね。
As he spoke, he approached with a smiling face. He quickly jumped back to the wall.
まあ、照れちゃって。ヒソラは本当可愛いな。
Seeing Mio laugh so carelessly made me so disappointed that I felt weak. Even if he was just touching me, that's not something that men to do to each other. Idiot Mio. Well, I'm not a girl, so I guess it really doesn't matter. No, it does matter, honey. Consent still matter. Saying something to Mio would just be a wasted effort, and I'm not happy about this, but ultimately I just have to accept that it happened. No! Don't be like this, you guys. Even if you guys are a male, don't be like this. This is a game, so like, we all know that's it's mature content. It's like Hashihime. Shit goes down, but like, in real life, don't do this, guys. It's not okay. Consent matters, no matter what gender you are. I slammed in the magazine on the pillow shut. Then I pulled the front of my yukata together tightly, fastened the belt, and headed for the door.
お、飯に行くのかじゃ、ミオさんも。
先に言っといてくれ。俺は風呂に入ってくる。
I just want to soak in hot bath, forget all about what just happened in this room. So he did finish us off. It's just not available for us. I thought they were going to do it. I was so scared there. Taking my second bath of the day to wash away the fatigue and memories, I finally felt at ease. Feeling refreshed, I put on my yukata and walking out the hallway from the changing room, I felt a terrible chill run down my spine. It's the other guy, isn't it? Chills from my cold haven't returned. No, this creepy, disgusting feeling. This is that hoodie guy. Looking around, I saw a black foot floating vaguely in the middle of the stairs. For some reason, I couldn't see above the foot, just the foot covered by black pants. It's him. I couldn't see his upper body, as if it were covered by a haze, but I felt it clearly. I don't know why he's here, but I've been searching for him this whole time, so I should jump out and grab him. Oh, it's the guy with the morning clothes? Logically, that's what I should do, but my heart reflexively had a different idea. I'm scared. As I stood there, a great fear welling up inside of me, I saw him go up the stairs slowly. I have to go after him. Logically, I knew I had to hurry, but my heart was still paralyzed with fear. What should I do? You go after him. Go after him. If I don't catch him here, who knows when I might find him again. I made up my mind to rush up the stairs. I heard the sound of the door at the back of the second floor closing, the location of the sound. Okay. Filled with dread, I opened my door. Oh? Oh? Is this our memory?
だが、使ったのは君だ。
ほらあの子かわいそうにこれでなっちゃってこれからかしらやっぱり
I'm guessing.
一応親戚の人はいるみたいだけど。
Did my family died or something?
おい三者面談の返事早く出せよ。未提出はお前だけだぞ。
振りくらいならいくらでもしてあげるけど、あのうちでやれてるの？本当にそれでいいの？もし小さい子が騒ぐうちより方がいいなら無理に止めないけど。
I guessed and blinked hard. What was unfolding before my eyes in my room with no one else present? What is it? Did I just saw now hear someone's voice? Was it hallucination? I felt the cold sweat and fear washes over me.
おい、そら、そこにいたのか。
Mio called out at me from the steps.
なかなか広間に来ないからどうしたのかと思ったぞ。飯食わないのか？
いや、
I'm probably just tired. Today I found to the river, had encounter with weird freak, and had Mio touching me. I must be more confused than I thought. That must be it. Telling myself that I went down the stairs. After finishing dinner, Mio suddenly yelled out and stood up as we were kicking back, doing nothing in particular in the open area.
じゃあ俺参加しようかな。
The open area was filled with people who usually hung out, such as myself, Asuku, Narumi. The only person who responded politely to Mio's sudden request was Mr. Komachi.
小町さん一人だけ？
Drinking is one thing, but keeping out Mio's weird whims is pretty troublesome. There was no one shaking their head in disagreement, so maybe everyone feels the same way as I do.
じゃあ、ヒソラとココとアスクとナルオミは強制参加だ。
Miss you, babe.
参加するのは構いませんが、私はお酒は遠慮します。
ねえ、付き合いの悪いやつめ。そんなわけでココ、ジュースとおつまみお願い。
はいはい。
With a face that was resigned to his fate, Coco headed to the kitchen. He's probably gotten used to Mio suddenly calling for a drinking party.
ねえ、サンキューココ。愛してるよ。
愛してるよ。
はいはい。
Each person brought Japanese sake, canned beer, and canned chuhai from their room, and juice and oolong tea for Narumi and the young landlord, as well as an assortment of snack that Coco had prepared spread out on the table.
乾杯!
In a good mood, Mio poured Japanese sake into cups and raised his voice. I raised my cup a little too, took a sip of the sake that Mio poured for me. To be honest, I never really drunk sake before. Just becoming of age, and I don't have any friends to drink with. Sometimes I would get invited out by my older coworker after work. It's not that I hate alcohol, I just don't think it's something I'll drink out of preference. It's bitter and gets stuck in my throat, but wanting to forget the bad things that happened after the bath, I took a gulp and was surprised.
うまっ。
The sake that Mio poured for me was surprisingly delicious. Going down my throat smoothly, it was easy to drink.
本当だ。これはうまい。
Mr. Komachi sitting across from me
こ
nodded
んないい
greatly.
酒、ここへ来てから初めてだな。
だしょ？ミオさんお気に入りの大吟醸だもん。
Not good. They were both drunk. Something gonna happen. We emptied the bottle of new high-quality stash, and before I knew it, the number of participants increased, and as seating became disordered, that's when karaoke began. Coco brought out microphone from somewhere, and the first to take it, for some reason, was the young landlord. Then the intro song was an old-timey folk song.
渋いな、大家さん。
He had been only drinking oolong tea and juice, but despite the young landlord was the first to sing in karaoke, and at that song at that, I laughed at the extreme chink in the armor was funny.
ああ、ヒソラ君はここのカラオケ初めてだったっけ？ここでのカラオケは大家君が最初にあの曲を歌って始めるんだよ。まあ 意識みたいなものだな。
So you've been talking about that the intro finished and then Landlord began to sing. Despite only being a kid, he's pretty good.
いいぞ大家さん最高
Mio laughed while pounding on the table.
うるさい酔っ払い
Asuko suddenly swung his bat, but Mio dodged it and then rolled around the tatami floor.
小学生の歌う青春の残りが
Mio held his stomach as he laughed on the floor.
あのツッコミも儀式の一部。
Mio, literally lowering on the floor, laughing, looked like he was enjoying himself. Casually looking at Mio's face, he truly seemed to be enjoying himself. I suddenly remembered the look on his face that one time. The murky expression in the depth of his eyes. That's probably the face he makes when he's thinking about Totonoe. I don't know what's going on between him and Totonoe, but if possible, I'd rather not see those eyes again. Speaking of, I wonder if I found anything in the search for Totonoe. Even if I ask, he's just blowing me off again, so I won't ask. I took a drink, hoping that this would all get resolved in a good way soon. Hmm.
はーいみんな、そろそろ部屋に帰ってね。いつまでも居座られると片付かないから。
As it was getting late at night, Coco's voice brought the drinking party to an end. Everyone left the hall in a small group. Mio and I returned to the third floor room together.
Mio さんまだ飲み足りない。そら、ちょっと付き合って。
Upon returning to his room, Mio brought a new bottle of alcohol and some cups.
まあちょっとだけなら。
I didn't really have any reason to say no, so I sat across from Mio.
ちょっとと言わず、たっぷり飲めよ。これもすっげえいい酒だぞ。
Mio smiled casually, pouring sake into my cup. The fluid I put to my mouth was smooth as water, going down easily. Even I, who doesn't have a lot of experience in sake, could tell this was really good.
へえ、なんだかぐいぐい飲めそうな酒だな。
だろ
I only meant to drink a little, but the first cup was empty in no time. I felt myself getting drunk. I didn't feel bad, but it was making me feel kind of tipsy. Probably shouldn't have any more. It's all good. Now, there's two ways to go about this, right? We go drunk and shit happens, or we don't go drunk, or we go drunk and then we fall asleep so shit doesn't happen, or we ruin the mood. So, I'm gonna choose this one. I'm not particularly strong with alcohol. I was concerned about gulping down would lead to acute alcohol poisoning, but the delicious flavor of the sake defeated those thoughts. One drink turned to two, two to three.
それにしても本当にうまいなこの酒。俺こんなにうまい酒初めて飲んだ。
ああ、そういや、それって20歳だっけか。成人したばっかじゃまだビールとかチューハイぐらいしか飲んだことないか。
いや、俺飲みに行くのって現場で一緒に働いてるおっちゃんたちに誘われた時ぐらいだから、日本酒やウイスキーなんかも飲んだことはあるぞ。でも行きつけは安い居酒屋だしな。こういういかにもいい酒は味わったことがない。
ああ、そら同年代の友達いないのか。
そうだな。高校に通ってる間はそれなりに仲のいいやつもいたけど、卒業してからはそれっきりだな。俺高校卒業してフリーターになったんだ。バイトをいくつも掛け持ちして毎日朝から晩まで働き通してさ。
はあ、高校のダチから遊びに誘われても断り続けてるうちに連絡来なくなったってやつ。毎日朝から晩まで働くくらいなら普通に就職した方がよくね。なんでフリーターしてんのよ。親、何も言わなかったのか。
親はいない。母親は俺を産んですぐに蒸発して、父親も俺が中学に上がる前に病気で。
It must be due to alcohol. I'm spilling the beans on my parents, which is no fun.
ああ、ならそれも 施設育ちなのか？
As he asked me, I didn't feel any pity in Mio's voice, which is why I could talk at ease with him.
いや、家で一人で暮らしてた。近くにおばさんの一家が住んでて、そっちで世話になってた時も一瞬あったけど。
いじめられて？
まさか。
I smiled, shaking my head.
おばさんもその家族もいい人たちだ。だけど、俺が馴染めなくて家に戻ったんだ。
Come to think of it, what's going on with my aunt? I've been missing for there over 10 days now, and I'm sure my part-time jobs have been trying to contact me. They must be worried.
必要な時だけおばさんに保護者役を頼んでさ。本当はああいうことはしちゃいけないんだけど、生まれ育った家の方がどうしても落ち着くから。就職しなかったのは。
So I was saying it, I thought, huh? To myself, thinking about it again, I realized I didn't know why I didn't go look for a regular work.
なんでだろ
はあ？自分のことなのになんでだろうはないだろ
う。いや、そうなんだけど、特に理由が思い浮かばない。
What was I thinking in my final year of high school when I get a job or go into higher education? No matter how much I stir from my memories, I can't remember
う。
anything.
ああ、もしかしてあれか。自分探しの旅人的なノリで会社にも大学にも縛られたくなかったからフリーターになった口か、お前。
It's weird that I can't remember what I was thinking 2 years ago. But maybe I was naive in thinking that it were a significant decision. There's no way I would have forgotten.
したらさ、お前、もう本気でここに住んじゃえば。
Mio smiled as he said this.
だってさ、お前、つまんないんじゃないの？あっちの世界。未だにフリーターしてるってことは、高校を卒業して2年経っても、人生の意義を見出せてないってことだろ？
That might be the case, I thought for a moment, but then I shook my head.
いや、俺は帰る。死人と化け物だらけの世界に住むなんて冗談じゃない。
I flatly refused, but soon became anxious. It's already been over 10 days since I got here. I haven't found any clues from getting home.
このまま帰らなかったらどうしよう。
Putting into words caused my anxiety to swell and I started to cry. I'm not some kid, and it's disgraceful to cry in front of others, but once the tears started, they flowed out freely.
帰りたい。俺帰りたい。
Isora.
おいおい、お前、泣き上手かよ、いそら。
Mio spoke in an amused, laughing tone, but he patted me on the head.
そんなに泣くなって。このミオさんがちゃんと帰る方法を探す手伝いをしてやるからさ。なでなで。
Mio patted me on the head, and somehow I felt relieved. The sense of being relieved, my tears stopping. That somehow was just like,
兄ちゃん
huh? I yelled out without realizing it, hugging Mio.
はあ？ミオさん、お前も兄ちゃんになった覚えないし。
Instead of patting my head, Mio now slapped it.
それにしてもいそら、お前酒飲ますと面白えな。泣き上手な上に弟属性発動かよ。ミオさん、笑っちゃう。
そういうミオは名は体を表すだよな。いつもヘラヘラゲラゲラ笑ってばっかり
で。よく言われる。
Mio smiled and nodded.
この名前はね、施設で親代わりだった人がつけてくれたの。笑う角には福来たるって言うし、笑いの多い人生になるようにって。いい名前っしょ。
I nodded, then opened my mouth a little confused.
だけど、たまに目だけ笑ってなくて怖い時がある。
怖い？ミオさんが？
そうだ。
なんでよ。ミオさん全然怖くなんかないよ。
With tears in my eyes, I look at Mio, who was trying to play things off with a smile.
ミオは友達が多くて喧嘩が強くて、それからヘラヘラしててもここぞって時に頼りになって、だけどそれでもクズだなって思うこともあって。
Seeing me as I was thinking and forming words, Mio raised his brows.
ねえ、イソラ。今ミオさん、けなされてるの？
違う。
I shook my head greatly in denial.
そうじゃなくて、うまく言えないんだが、なんか悩みがあるなら一人で抱えないでほしいってことだ。俺もミオの力になりたいから。
ヒソラとミオさんは友達だから？
ああ、そういうことだ。
I nodded stiffly.
だな。ミオさんとヒソラは友達。
Mio laughed grandly and patted me on my head. It was a little rough, but his warm hands felt good.
俺、ミオに撫でられるのすごく好きかも。
He was right after said so and laughed. So sudden! I'm surprised. Aww. I felt sad. Suddenly I felt something soft seal my lips. What is that? Mio's lips are touching mine. Is this a kiss? I'm being kissed? That can't be. No, but our lips are touching. What's going on? My confused head was spinning in circles with things. Oh my god, I'm going to puke in his mouth. Hisora, we need to have a talk about that. I felt nauseous and intentionally pushed me away. Mio fell on his butt and pouted his lips.
そらひどい。そんなに怒んなくてもいいじゃない。ミオさんたち友達なんだから。
Mio was saying something, but I couldn't hear well. My head and chest are starting to go round in circles, and I feel sick.
上って。あ、おい、そら、それ本気でひどくないか？友達同士の冗談じゃん。親愛表現じゃん。
Poor Mio, he's starting to really like Hisora. Oh, and Hisora puked on him. Oh god.
違う、気持ちも吐きそう。
I tightly covered my mouth with my hand.
酒飲みすぎた。
あ、なんだ。はいはい、飽きたいのね。
Mio, who oddly seemed to be enjoying himself, brought up a yellow tub of hot water from the closet, placing it in front of me.
はい、どうぞ。
これ風呂場のやつだろ。なんでここにあるんだ？
お？ああ、前にかっぱらってきたまま忘れてた。
Laughing, Mio went behind me and rubbed my back.
はい、吐いて。一気にゲローっと行こう。ゲロ。
Despite this weird urging, I couldn't throw up. I felt awful, but I felt like I was stuck in the back of my throat.
吐けない。
I felt awful that I couldn't vomit, and my breathing became coarse from the unpleasantness of it.
手伝ってあげる。
What do you do? Oh my god. There's so many pictures here. I don't know which one to use. Like, all of them are good, clickbaity ones, but like, what is this? What am I seeing? Seemingly enjoying himself, Mio was leaning on my back, put his hand to my mouth. I tried to close my mouth in surprise, but Mio, not care in the world for my attention, continued to put his hand down my throat. Then he netted the back of my throat with his fingers. A strong feeling of nausea welled up, and I forcefully pulled Mio's hands away and vomited. No, vomit poured down and pulled the hot water tub.
全部出た。
わかんない。まだちょっと気持ち悪い。
じゃあまだ残ってんだよ。こういうのは全部一気に入っちゃわないとダメ。
Laughing in my ear, Mio thrusts his hands down my throat again, heading it with his fingers. A hot sensation flowed from the back of my throat. What dripped out of my mouth flowed into the tub and bounced around. A strong odor hit my nose and the feeling of nausea began to rise again. I threw up in the tub.
大量大量。
Mio smiled, looking into the tub. I felt embarrassed with him staring at my vomit like this. Generally speaking, most people wouldn't approach someone else's vomit without any hesitation. Thinking about that, I felt sick again. My chest tingled.
ね、どうよ。吐き切ったか？
まだ。
I pulled the hot water tub closer and tried to spit out the stuff weighing down my chest area. All I could do produce was saliva and nothing of any importance came out.
それは吐くのへったくそだな。しょうがない。またミオさんが手伝ってやろう。
Again? He said so somewhat happily as he thrust his hand to my mouth. He stuck his fingers down at the back of my throat and pressed on the soft area. It was uncomfortable. I felt tears welling up the corner of my eye.
ほら、吐いて吐いて、それ。
Together with his weird provocation, he prodded the back of my throat with strong force. It's painful. I feel awful. After reflexively forcing Mio's hands away, a white substance dribbled out of my mouth. Poor guy. After vomiting over and over again, when the tub had been filled to the brim, finally the nausea had started to subside. After rinsing my mouth with some water that Mio had brought from the first floor, I finally felt more comfortable.
それはもうねな。後始末はミオさんがやってあげるし。
I did as Mio told me to do, getting into the futon and was instantly overcome with sleepiness.
ミオ、ありがとう。
The voice I sent out to Mio's back as he held the tub full of my vomit was heading out the door, didn't quite finish what he was saying. Mio looked over his shoulder at Isura's sleeping face with a hint of childishness to it, as he fell asleep while saying his thanks.
ミオさんの力になりたい。ね。
Reflecting on the words that Isura had said to him, Mio let out a small snort.
迷ってんじゃねえよ。
Hmm? As if telling that to himself, Mio left the room. Eh? What is this? Oh, like it gets good, and then it gets confusing, and then you want to know more, and it gets good again. It's like, this game had me in its chokehold. I need to stop playing. Oh my god, though. This is like a fucking roller coaster of emotion. But it seems like Mio has started to grow feelings for Hisora, right? Because he kissed him. And they did the rubbing up the hose, so... Oh my god, I don't know which one I'll be using a thumbnail. But all of them are really good. All of them are really good. So we have to see. We have to see. But anyways, I think... With that being said, I have to end that there. Thank you for watching. This is a bit of a long one because like 11th day was like what? Like 0 to 100. So it seems like we're getting really exciting. Honestly, it keeps amping up. Controversial, but honestly, like the pacing, the romance, it's more satisfying than Hashihime. But Hashihime's story, you can't beat it. The stories, the mystery, the freaking shock at everything every time fucking reading Hashihime is amazing. But this one also gives you that level of curiosity. If it's a comic, I'm gobbling this up, right? And it's kind of like it put like funny classic tropes of like BL, and I don't know, I love it. Anyway, with that being said, I need to end that there. But thank you everyone for watching. This was really fun, and hopefully the next episode wouldn't take me a month, but let's see, let's hope not. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.